We are live.
Make sure we are live. Are we live? Are you boys hecka excited? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Give us some feedback. It's either Scuba's mom or stepbrother. No, Blake's not allowed in this. So.
Like, for real though, he is a phenomenal actor. Like,
He's
you're
so
decent,
funny.
but he is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near what he's got for sure.
Oh my gosh, he was he was cracking me up.
Dude, he's hilarious. You got to see his channel. It's funny.
And he's your actual stepbrother?
Yep.
Oh.
What is up, guys? How you doing? Today we are going live. You got the legendary Dan. Should we stay split screen like this? I think that's probably best.
Yeah, for sure.
Good to me. Okay, all our other options are that's dumb. There we go. Okay, guys. So today on this stream, if you're tuning in, welcome. If you don't know, the guy to my right would be this way. This guy. That's Dan C. Bearded. And he just did a video. When did you do that live stream about the YouTube stuff?
Less than a week ago.
So Dan just did a live stream. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit here. There we go. So Dan just did a live stream talking about how to successfully make it on YouTube. And there was a lot of good interaction on there. And we kind of want to expound upon that subject and really dig the point home to you guys that what you should be doing right now is making content for the internet, for YouTube, for whatever. So basically this whole stream is going to be about how to do that. This stream is not going to be about what beard oil I used last week or how do you get rid of frizzy beard hairs. This is going to be about how to become as famous as people such as Tom Cruise, Oprah Winfrey, other people like that are famous. But yeah, so hey, guys, so let's talk about that. Dan, you want to give them a little intro?
Yeah, sure. This is something I really like doing. It kind of started for me, my school. Early on in my channel, they were like, hey, we think it'd be really interesting if you wanted to speak at Career Day about content creation for YouTube. And I was like, cool. Yeah, I'm not that like good or big or anything, but sure. And so I wanted to look into like the analytics and some thoughts behind it. And then it took off and another school was like, hey, we heard you had a really good presentation. Do you want to speak here? And then a college was like, hey, do you want to speak here? And then a business was like, hey, you want to speak here? And so it's something I enjoy talking about is helping people create channels. And Scuba's always used this platform to try and help other people too. And so I was kind of inspired by that. And we're working into this generation where I think YouTube is just at the start, is just at the foreground. I think I've had a lot of people that are like, well, aren't you worried if it just all goes away one day? I don't think so. I think it's going to be so entwined, especially now in our culture, that we're just getting bigger, right? The biggest numbers are with the youngest kids. As that generation comes up and through, it's just getting bigger. It's the way teaching is going to change. It's the way entertainment is going to change. So start something, right? It doesn't matter what it is. I would say the biggest factor is what you're passionate about.
Very true. And yeah, the whole gist of this is literally just to get you guys, as of today, to start making content for YouTube. And we're going to kind of help you, guide you through that process. So as we're going here, guys, ask any questions you want that you have pertaining to how to, number one, create content, how to capitalize on that, how to make money off of creating content on YouTube. So like in this situation right here where I'm sure Dan's got a decent amount of income coming in from this. I have a really good amount of income coming in from this right now, and to where when people are laid off and out of jobs, we have income coming in. We have income that comes in while we sleep. We have income coming in all the time in a various, just a bunch of different avenues. And so we want to get you guys on that boulevard with us, driving down the street together, side by side. So what we want to do is just kind of give you some advice. So any questions you guys have. So we'll just start off answering questions, I guess, maybe, and then we'll kind of go into more general advice. Have you seen anything yet?
Beard. You want to highlight the one from Beard Talk with Matt, the sports beard? He said, "What's the best way to grow?"
Highlight it.
Yeah, if you just click his comment, it'll put it up on the screen.
All right. Oh, there we go. Where the heck did it go? There's a little dead air. There we go. Okay, there we go. Matt the Sports Beard says, "What's the best way to grow?" Now that depends on your platform, number one. It also depends on your content, number two. Best way to grow, and it just in general, at the very root of it all, and I'm sure Dan agrees with this, is just do something that you like to do. Like if you're going to film something or create content, make it around something that you could talk about for decades and not get tired of talking about, or something that's truly your passion. Because you're going to burn out if you want to do vlogs, right? You think vlogs are the coolest way to do it. You're going to think that daily vlogging or something like that is the way to go about it, which can give you a nice boost in numbers and growth. And then what you end up having is you lose passion for it. And then your whole audience that is there for your vlogs leaves as soon as you start doing reviews of candy or whatever it is your real passion is that you start using that platform for. So build your platform on something that you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a guy on my stream today, and we'll probably talk about him. He's my buddy Nick, and he's a lawyer, and I've been urging him for a long time now to create a channel. And he said it kind of best when somebody said, do grades matter when it comes to law? And he said, if you can ball, they'll find you. And I agree with that, man. If you got it and you like what you're doing, you're going to grow. Making numbers, making money, making that income may not be for everybody, right? You got to have something or have some freak luck with it. I would say my biggest thing is grow organically and with a tasteful way. I see people stop their own growth all the time by flooding their name. Hey, on my channel. Hey, on this, on my channel, on my video. I've been watching Scuba forever. I don't think I've ever once in the history of watching Scuba said a word about my channel on a comment to him. I darn well watched every video, made a comment on every video, and I'd be lying if I said I hoped people didn't see that and click on it, but I always did it in tasteful ways. I commented about your video. I made comments about you, and I think that tasteful way, especially when people start to see that over and over again, that really turns people off.
Oh yeah, that's it. And that brings up an aspect of YouTube that not a lot of people know about, is the actual social aspect of YouTube in the comment section.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't realize it, but any of you guys that have ever scrolled the comment section and looked at the comments, there's a million other people doing that too. Every day on YouTube, they're scrolling those comment sections, looking at comments. If you provide some type of, and also shout out Beard Product Review. I think he's also is he a YouTuber?
Yeah. Yep.
So thanks for the $10, and we'll answer your question here in just a minute. We'll highlight that next. I think I can highlight that. But what was I saying? Oh, the comment section.
Yeah.
So comment section, people are scrolling through that every day, and I think that's an underrated part of YouTube. People are just focused on just the creation of content, which is great. But your comments that you're putting on videos, I always encourage comments. It helps the videos out or whatever. But it also can help you out if you're creating content and you're engaging. You don't even have to make your own comments. You can get on and reply to people and tell them what you think about their comment in a tasteful way, of course, or however you really want to. Free speech, and you get on there, you provide a value in a comment. You say, this is my opinion on this. This is what I think. And I see a lot of people that do it on my channel, and they do really well. And I think that people will see that, and they will automatically go to your channel. How do I go to his $10? There we go. Let's
you just got to scroll up and be patient with it. I think it's really important to be patient. I've had in the last week people message me and say, hey man, I signed up to be an affiliate with this company, but I'm not getting any traction. What do I do? Well, you got to get a platform first, right? If you're going right away and you're shoving down affiliates, you're shoving down money making opportunities in people's faces, that's an instant turn off. So you got to be patient with that.
Oh yeah. I get that a lot when I did the video on the Robinhood, my Robinhood portfolio.
Yeah.
I had no idea that there was this nasty side of like the financial. I mean, there's always cringy financial people out there, but the comments I've had to take down are just like, so get rich, follow my course. And it's bad. But how do I get my Instagram following over to YouTube? Is that something I should even focus on? It's really just as simple as you should create some type of YouTube-ish content, aka videos on your Instagram, I think, and then you could put your YouTube number one in your description, and then interaction. Again, Instagram's even more interaction in the comments than YouTube is. So interact with people, and people are going to look. If you put a comment that people find is helpful, they're probably going to go click on your profile, and they might see that link. They go find your YouTube, and so you got a whole plethora of content up there. Then that's going to help a lot with growth.
Yeah, and I kind of touched on this in my video. I really, my focus is YouTube. I use any other platform to funnel to YouTube. I see some people that spread themselves too thin. Watch my podcast on YouTube, but you can also tune in on Facebook. But you can also go to my website. But you can also go to whatever podcast platform.
Yeah.
Use it in a way to funnel.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say pick one and kind of focus on that very much, and put a lot of your eggs in that basket. And then you can, the beauty of that is like with my following on YouTube, I can go and say, hey, I got a channel called Bearded Reviews that I do bearded reviews. I do review stuff. I do my car stuff on there. I have my channel called Original Shoe Reviews. Now that I've mentioned that in this live stream right now, there's going to be probably not, I just kind of briefly mentioned it, but there might be, 10, 20 subscribers come over just because of that, to my shoe thing, people that are interested in shoes and people interested in cars or reviewing other stuff or other reviews that I've done. So there's that as well. So the momentum that you can gain as you go is also crucial for that. So at a point, I can transfer this audience pretty well to something else because I have such a wide base of people.
Yep.
Beard community is very niche, but there's also beard's just it's an aspect of your facial. It's a facial feature. So those people, it's not just beards. People are interested in other things. So I can capitalize on that as well.
Are you able to go back? It's even before that one. It's from Everett Dage, and he says, film, make content, post it. How do you make money on it besides having followers? And I love to talk about this one because there are so many
beard, Everett. Yeah, beard, dude.
There are so many revenue streams after making content, right? First and foremost is once you get monetized, you can earn money from YouTube itself, aka Google, whether it's super chats, like you receive $10 already. Now, YouTube takes a chunk of that. You have to pay federal taxes, but still, and then you get ad revenue. We all know that. But on top of that, you have affiliates, right? Codes with companies. So you have Amazon affiliate. You talk about it on every video that you do those, where if somebody clicks it, you get a small portion of the sale, but that stuff adds up. And you have, like I have, an influencer or review fee. Every time I review a video, there's a set fee for that company. I don't ask companies, they come to me. So I have no problem saying, this is what it costs to have a video. And I've had companies pay that. And the video is titled "The Worst Product to Ever Touch My Beard," right? So it doesn't change anything. You also have consulting, right? You can help out companies and make money that way. I'm missing a couple other ones here, but there's other.
So there's the consulting you talked about. There's the affiliate. There's the reviews, of course. There's what the other one you mentioned? AdSense, super chat, stuff like that. And then what was I saying? So basically, Dan's. So we have different kind of methods for reviews. I take what's the social blue book. I take that recommendation and I add money on top of it for reviews. Because in my opinion, I don't want to do as many reviews, even close to as many reviews as I do like just general advice videos. So my thing is, the higher I price it, the less companies are going to be asking me or following through with that. And then also, I think that creates better content for my channel. So more people are sticking around and more people are inclined to watch the videos if they don't think, because I think beard reviews are good, but I think the margin for error, like we said in last stream, or margin for greatness on beard products is so slim that it's like the great stuff and the good stuff are really close to each other. And that's why I try to steer clear of a lot of reviews, and I charge quite a bit for those. Dan, and Dan, I'm sure you get a ton of emails every day from
2 to 5 companies every day. And I'm always at least a 2-to-1 ratio of non-reviews to review videos. And a lot of people like to forget that, but that's kind of my job to make it not remember that. So I do at least 2 advice videos a week and then 1 review. I never do more than 1 review. And sometimes I add in bonus videos too. So I agree on that.
Yeah. And the amount of money I turn down is pretty crazy. There's companies that reach out to me that want me to review their stuff that are very, not cringy, but misleading and stuff like that. So there's a lot of money out there that I could take, if I bent the morals a little bit, but I try to remain honest. And that's another thing, is like being honest with people.
Yeah.
It goes way farther than you think. Like if you think it's good to keep it a secret that you make money on YouTube and you don't want people to know, people are going to know that you make money on YouTube. It's way better to be upfront and very clear about how you make money, and you'd be surprised how people will support you.
Yeah, they want to support the channel, right? You make that
Yeah.
clear and you explain it to them, and yeah, you're always honest. That's something from day one. When I started out, I wasn't making any money because I wasn't in a position to earn money, and so I talked about that. And then the second I made money, I made a video and said, "This is why this has changed," and I explained it, and it was nothing but support. People were like, "Oh yeah, get your money, boo boo, like do your
Yeah.
thing." So
I
yeah,
think I saw that. What was that video called? I forgot what it was. I think I remember seeing that on your
yeah,
channel.
it was.
I remember you did an Instagram video about money, but
Yeah, it was like why I accepted affiliates now or something like that.
yeah. I'm trying to find this comment. Who said it? He said something about how to find your voice on camera feeling awkward.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. And guys, if you have questions, we're obviously not we have a lot of this is conversational mode, so it's not like quick fire questions. So bring it back once you see like a good time to fire a question. Don't just spam it over and over again.
There
But
you go,
bring
Zach
it back.
Bennett.
Hey,
Hey,
Zach.
cool, nice beard, dude.
Yeah, he just
Holy
messaged me.
smokes.
He's like, "Are there any streams tonight? I'm going crazy." I'm like, "Yep, right now."
Zach Bennett. Any tips on finding your voice on camera? It feels so awkward talking to a camera. It is.
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
much is. You go back and watch, I'm sure Dan's old
Woo.
videos. You go back and watch my old videos. We are boring. I look back at those and I just want to take them down, but I'm like, nah, I'm not taking them down.
And they're the
They're
biggest.
bad.
Yeah, they have because the time true tested. They have bigger numbers. Yeah, man, it's a weird. I was a teacher. I was a varsity coach. I was a coach of the year, like really good coach, really good motivator. And then you're talking to this dead black camera that gives you no feedback, no emojis, no head nods, no laughs.
Yeah.
And you like my first however months of videos, had really good info, really great, just everything I was talking about. But I was so low key. I wasn't myself. I would just kind of talk, "Hi guys, I'm Dan," and I just kind of talked like this because I didn't know any other way. And I think
Yep.
live streams help. I think a good introduction for people is to do Instagram lives. I think it's a little bit easier to get viewers on Instagram when you're doing a live stream. So start
Mhm.
out by doing Instagram live streams or hopping in somebody else's. It's a good way to kind of put your toe in the water. But yeah, you
Yeah.
just got to do it. You just got to practice.
Yeah, it does come with practice. I look at, like you said, those videos old has all my videos with over 1 million views. I look at them and I hate them. I hate how I was like, I wish I could just go back and overlay a new video on top of that
I
and just
know.
keep the view count. It'd be
Oh,
nice.
it's so bad. My beard was worse then too, but it's all part of the process. I mean, that's what,
Yeah.
and we both have people that were subscribed to us back then that are still more passionate now than ever, which says a lot.
Yeah. And yeah, there's gonna be an element of not deprecation, but like self assessment where you're looking at your old videos like we're doing and like we're talking about now, and you like really judge your old self. But you kind of have to, to a degree, stop giving a heck. I mean, you're never going to stop. It's just human nature. You're going to care about how you appear to the public. That's just human nature. But once you get over, there's that initial bump of hearing your own voice for one. If you've never filmed yourself
Yeah.
and watch yourself, you're like, is that my voice?
Yeah.
Your brain plays tricks on you and makes same way like you don't see your nose when you're looking, but if you look at your nose, you can see your nose. You just don't realize what your voice sounds like because your brain has played this trick on you to where the optimal sounding voice is what you hear, or also the way you look, and that can also be affected by different focal lengths of lenses and stuff too. Like I can zoom this all the way in and look like bigger, but that's just kind of basic 101. You're gonna have to kind of get over that. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Josh and Murph, love you, Beard. Love you too, Josh. This is another channel, Josh and Murph. You guys might want to go check out. They are
Is Murph your buddy that you've had on before?
no, he hasn't been on the channel.
Okay.
They've been on that video that got like 500,000 views of those TikTokers with the ASMR. They're there with them. So if you guys ever watch the Netflix show Rhythm and Flow, the Flawless, the rapper that battle rapped that girl Beans, and he got second place, I believe. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
So those are his videographers right there, Josh and Murph.
Oh, cool.
Him and Flawless, those guys and Flawless have been together forever. I went on tour with them and Cut Calhoun back in the day, and we became really good friends. And they have really good content as well. They actually just did a reaction video to the ASMR video we did together. But yeah, Josh and Murph, love you guys too. Let's see what else we got here. Did you see any other random ones that?
You just had a super chat one from Beard Product Review, and he said, "Will you consider taking a look at one of our YouTube, Instagram pages and critique them?" Do you want to hit them right now with our kind of the idea for one of the parts of the stream, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the other main part of the stream is getting you guys to create content. We're going to motivate you by this. So here's the gauntlet being thrown down. You create videos in 1 week from today. We're gonna go stream again on Thursday, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your videos that you've created. What you want to do is create a video or 20 videos, it doesn't matter. Send us links to those videos that you make between now and next Thursday, and we're gonna watch them. We're gonna personally watch your videos. I'm gonna burp while I watch them, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to pick 1, 2, 3, however many really stand out to us. We're going to pick those people and we're going to promo them on my channel on a live stream. And then maybe even further, I'll make a separate upload just about your guys' stuff, reviewing it. And that will give you a huge boost in numbers. If you guys don't know, like Dan would have been nothing without me mentioning. I plan on saying that it is going to come out funny. It sounded really douchey. No, but basically the benefit there is I'm gonna promo you on my channel. So we're gonna pick some people, and we're gonna go and give you some free promo, and we're gonna put your name out there.
Yeah, and I want to encourage any type of channel. I don't know if you're able to highlight it. He said "yo," but it was a few comments back, and it was attorney Nicholas Robinson. I don't know if you saw that.
Is he on here?
Yeah. Yep. He
attorney
just
Nicholas Robinson.
Yep. So if you want, just highlight his. So this is my buddy. He went on the live stream with me today, and I've been telling him for a very long time to make content. He has the personality, and I think people are just fascinated by lawyers and law and trials and crime and everything. And he finally did it. So I brought him on a stream today. He killed it. He crushed it. So for this challenge, guys, it does not have to be beard related. I think we are both excited for the non-beard related. We want to be refreshed and have something that you're passionate about. We're all passionate about beards, but there are niche markets out there that are prime for the taking. Law is one of them. I have another buddy I teach with who is obsessed with golf. I looked into like golf product reviews, golf clubs, golf clothes, golf shoes. There's nobody doing it. Every golf instructor in the world has how-to videos at his clubhouse, and he's showing lessons and stuff. Nobody's breaking down the new Adidas shoes. No one's doing the new Cleveland driver. And I told him, I said, get on this, man. And I actually gave him the idea of the name Golf Tube, and I think I think he made the channel. So, guys, to be exactly clear, send us your videos, and they do not have to be beard related. I would say. Beard market was prime 2-3 years ago. Scuba was before that, and he was really the only one other than the companies or the bigger ones doing that. Then you had like the Beard Baron come around and a couple of other things. Now you got to have something really different, something really special, passionate to kind of break through the bubble. But there are other markets where there's nobody. There's nobody in it, and you just got to find those pockets. And Scuba said it before. There's so many random communities, niches, and pockets on YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, with the beard stuff, like he was saying, stay the heck out. This is our club. Stay the heck out. Just kidding, guys. No, that's not to discourage you from doing beard videos. You should very much do beard videos if you have a beard. You don't have to not do. But we're very much encouraging people to, like the golf thing. There is, I've watched, as Dan was saying, I'm somewhat into golf. I'm not the greatest golfer. I'm not even close to the greatest golfer, or even close to the mid-range golfer. But I've watched a lot of videos on golfing, and there's one guy, the Rick Shields, but he's in UK. Yeah, and he'll review some new drivers as they come out. But like golf apparel, golf people reviewing. I just bought a practice green and a little chipping net to kind of kill the time as we're in the lockdown. And I saw maybe one review on those. So a really good thing is if you're interested in something and you have never seen a review for it on YouTube, that's a prime area to get into, because there's other people interested in that, and there's other people looking on YouTube or other places to find reviews or just tutorials on stuff. Everybody up here, like your attorney Nicholas Robinson, they have a plethora, like a very specific set of knowledge. Like Liam Neeson, I have a particular set of skills. So everybody has up in their brain a set of skills or knowledge that you have that the general public does not have. There are people that also have that knowledge of you, but there's people that have that knowledge that aren't putting it out there for people. So like people that weld, or people that play golf, or people that are really good at Rubik's cubes. You put that knowledge out there and you let people have that knowledge, and people are going to watch because they want that.
Yeah, and that guy was a perfect example, the UK guy for golf, because I saw that too.
Mm-hmm.
When the search
and he's in
goes,
UK, there's nobody in US doing it.
Right, and he has tons and tons. But even if you're the next guy, every time his video comes up on that driver, YouTube has suggested videos. When they're watching his, and he's got hundreds of thousands of views, the next video is going to be yours, right? There's a ton of videos, I'm sure, that people watch of scubas, and then they find me, not because of a comment, not because of anything anybody said, but I'm the thumbnail that shows up right under his video.
Yeah. And that's another thing too, another strategy you get to kind of implement as far as finding what you want to make YouTube videos about, is just go through who do you subscribe to?
Yeah.
What are you interested in? And you take that, you find somebody that does really well in that niche or that market, and you make videos. You could even just do straight videos responding to that person. And that used to be a big thing on YouTube. I don't know if anybody was around back then on YouTube, but I'm sure you guys were. But there was an option on YouTube to make a reply video to a, and you could leave that reply video. You could actually link that reply video to the video, so it would pop up in YouTube suggested. They put an end to that. They put the whole kibosh on that, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But that was a thing at one point where there was a whole reply thing. And the thing is, if you title it reply and their title to the video, and you make your own kind of original content, your video is probably going to pop up in the suggested.
Yeah. If you want to highlight Nick's comment real quick, I think that's a really good, his new one. And he said, the hardest part for me was getting over the fear of throwing yourself out there. And that's huge, especially as an adult. I would say just own it, right? I was a teacher, and going in, and if people know you have a YouTube channel, they'll say dumb things, they'll make comments about like, oh, he's got a YouTube. And I just owned it, man. I was always like, yeah, now that I have bigger numbers, it's a little bit easier to own it. But in the early days, when you have 100 subscribers, a lot of people feel natural embarrassment. And I would probably say most people do. And that is something to get over. If you're doing it because you enjoy it, who cares what people think, So I think that's a major, major roadblock. And what better time than right now? You don't have anything else to do. You don't even, most of you have to see a lot of coworkers or other people. Dude, give it a shot.
Yeah. And that big thing is that that fear of putting yourself out there, like you're saying. Did I highlight that comment? I thought I did.
Yeah, you clicked it away by accident.
Oh, sorry. I was touching my shoes. I love them. The hardest part for me was to get over the fear of throwing yourself there. And like we said earlier, we look back at our old videos and we cringe. I'm sure Dan does too.
So bad.
And it's going to happen no matter what. It's going to happen. You're going to look back at in 5, if you start making videos right now today, in 5 years, you're going to look back at those videos and think you're a total numbskull. The way you talked, the way you looked, the way you sounded, the way you enunciated, the way you spaced the timing and how you spoke, how you edited, your color grading, your video quality, your audio quality. You're going to hate all of it. But you got to start somewhere. And where was that?
And that's life, right? If I go and look back at my teaching 5 years ago too, I'm probably going to cringe a little bit. If anything, you grow, you get better. And bunch of good questions. Keep them coming, guys.
Here's a technical one. Same guy, Everett Dave, killer beard, Everett. So is there just a place where you create a channel on your YouTube account, and would we post our videos there? Is in my own account, or how do we get them to you guys? Number one, all you have to do is if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube. If you have a Google account, you have a YouTube account. You just type in youtube.com. And if you're logged into your Google, your YouTube channel is going to pop up. It's your channel, and you would click in the top right corner, and you go to YouTube Studio, and then you upload from there. So I think, has anybody asked about like technical stuff as far as?
Somebody asked about thumbnails, and I do. So kind of I would say the newer you are, the more you got to kind of work at those. Scuba doesn't make the most technical thumbnails now because he doesn't have to, and that's kind of your style that you go with the channel, kind of the nuts and bolts, and there's a lot of strategy involved with forming your channel. I use 3 different apps on my Android. One of them is called Photo Edit. What's that?
I'm trying to find that comment about the thumbnails. Thanks, Beard Product Review, for the other $2 donation. Very much. And guys, I don't want there to be a bunch of super chats in here. This is just informative. No need to spend your money in this. This is just us trying to help you guys. But very much appreciated, Beard Product Review.
Yeah, so I
thumbnails?
use
Where's that common
Photo
at?
Editor Pro to like touch up the pictures. I use a photo layer, so when I have a picture, I can put something over the top of that picture, and it allows me to make it like a PNG and transparent background and all that. And then I use Fonto, which is like a font specializing one where I can put different fonts over it. So those are the main three that I use. And then the app that everybody should know, look, I'll go right here, that everybody should know, no matter what type of phone you have, is that little red gear that is YouTube Studio. What you can do on your computer, you can do on your phone. It breaks down the analytics. You can upload thumbnails. You can put tags. I mean, there's if you like this and you enjoy this, you can take YouTube as far as you want to go. There's so many layers to diving into it.
I'll show you the apps I use. If I create a thumbnail, I'm on iPhone. If I'm on my phone, I use this app called Snapseed, and Snapseed just kind of like an all-in-one. It does color correction, cropping, and then titles. It has some pretty cool preset titles in there. And then if I'm on a desktop, I use a site called canva.com, canva.com.
Canva.
Yeah, and that does really well for me. And that's just what I'm familiar with, so I use those. There's probably better stuff out there I don't know. This video, this comment, Sober Chef Eric, I recognize that name. He probably comments on the videos a lot. How do I send video to my laptop from my phone to my laptop to edit? That was a little redundant, Eric. But so here's the thing. So if you're filming from an iPhone, you can either send the video to Google Drive if it's small, but your best bet is if you have iTunes, you would have iTunes on your laptop, I'm sure, if you have an iPhone. I think. I mean, a lot of people aren't hardwiring music into their iPhones anymore, but iTunes, you can plug it in and export that way. But also you take your Lightning port, plug it into USB on your computer, and then there is, correct me if I'm wrong, you can right click. You can go to My Computer if you're on a PC. If you're on a Mac, you're SOL because those are pieces of crap. But yeah, MacBook is AirDrop, I guess. And also Josh and Murph, I think Josh and Murph use Macs, I think. Let us know how you get. I think it's just AirDrop, but you take that, you go to My Computer on your PC, and you will see your iPhone show up as its own drive, and you can just open it and go to your folders and get the video and manually click it out in your desktop or your folder that you're editing from.
Yeah, I do mine on camera, but if I do film from my phone, I use Google Drive. I upload to Google Drive and then use it from there. And a lot of people are giving app suggestions or Dan, this does this. And it's almost exactly what you said, Scuba. I know what I'm comfortable with. I know how it works, and I have it down to a science now. And that's valuable, man. I don't think about it, right? For editing, I use a program called Animotico Pro. It is, I would say, a medium level, right? Adobe Premiere is kind of regarded as the best, like user-friendly one. But I don't know. I didn't learn Adobe Premiere. And so for me, that learning curve will take some time. I would figure it out, no problem. But I know my program, and it does what I need it to do right now. So I think one of the biggest mistake content creators make is worrying about all of those things early on. Just get content out. Don't worry about your thumbnails. Don't worry about your editing apps. Get content out. Natural growth is a cool thing to see on the channel. See how your videos get better, your thumbnails get better.
Worry about your titles.
Yeah. Because a lot of people put so much stress and work into those things, but they don't ever make anything. Make stuff and grow.
Just get a decent title. Don't film a video about how to create gluten-free cupcakes and then title it gluten cakes. Make it specific but decently short. But yeah, also once you get into it, if you have the know-how and the time, thumbnails are so important. I skip that a lot because I'm just lazy. And I could kind of up my game a little bit if I used to, and I need to. I don't need to, but it would be helpful because that's when you're scrolling through YouTube and you see that sidebar of stuff, you're looking at the thumbnail that looks cool and a title that matches that looks cool, and it's something you're interested in, that thumbnail is the first thing people see.
Yep.
Zendog Pimentel says, you say to be honest. I curse when I talk. I never say to be honest. Number one. That's a lie. I curse when I talk. How do you filter your language if you're being honest? I don't curse it. If you curse when you talk, you curse when you talk. I curse, heck, shoot, dang, poop, crap. I curse all the time. You heard me, and that's gonna get me demonetized right there, probably. But if you remember, I still curse, in my videos. I think people overthink the whole YouTube censorship thing.
Dude, it drives me crazy. Oh my God, Copa's gonna take my channel down and stuff. Dude, you have a beard. Like, and that just gets the headlines and all that stuff. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're gonna get demonetized." No, you're not. Like, do your
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Scuba, and I've talked about this many times. Scuba swears, Scuba burps, talks about chicks, has all that stuff. I'm a teacher, so I can't do that, and that's fine, right? They're two different styles, and it is you got to be you, right? I do that for a living as a teacher, so it's no problem to do that on the camera. But if you try to force it, we actually talked about the second stream being on my channel because of the StreamYard application. And I was like, but you'd have to be family friendly, Scuba. And he was like, I'll just pay for it. I'd rather be myself.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd worry way. And the thing is, when you're beginning and you're worried about getting AdSense money at the very beginning, guess what? If you have like Dan's, I don't know if you've ever disclosed like how much you make from AdSense, but if you're getting less than 100,000 views a month, you're not making much money. Okay. It's not game changing money. It's not enough to where you're like, oh crap, I got to make an effort to censor myself. Be yourself. If it takes off to where you're getting millions of views in your videos, maybe make it a little more friendly. If that's what the style if your style is cursing and being, just kind of overly over the top, I guess you can tone it down. But that's only if you really care about AdSense money. There's advertisers out there. There's people that will give you brand deals no matter what, really. So I think that's kind of small potatoes in the world. And just like that, as big as my channel is, I'm small potatoes in the world of YouTube.
Right.
I have the check mark, but I'm still, I think I looked at Social Blade last month. I'm like the millionth in line of like YouTubers. I mean, I'm not even close to the top guys.
But market matters too. Our viewers are potent. Our viewers aren't little kid gamers that don't have their parents' cell phone, so that so for Google AdSense, if I were to take away super chats and whatnot, I probably average, and it's seasonal. They boost you up during the holidays and all this different stuff. But I'm probably averaging $20 to $30 a day off ads, which I've earned. It's been 2 years and busting my butt, and it's not life-changing money, but I'm not turning it away, man. That's income coming in. No matter what I do, if I don't post videos for the next 2 weeks, I'm still going to make that.
Yeah. That's like your electricity bill and your phone bill right there. I mean, that's something. But that's after, how long have you been doing this, Dan?
2 years almost.
Yeah. Yep. So Dan's been doing this for 2 years. So when you first start off, Zen Dog, if you start making videos, if you already haven't, I'm not sure, but don't worry about having 1,000 subscribers and missing out on 4 cents a day because you cursed in your videos.
Yeah. And my 2 years is potent too, right? A lot of people dabble. I was from the beginning doing 3 videos a week and stuff. So commitment's big too. If you can put that consistency out there, it makes a big difference.
Here's a good comment. Dan C, when you create your own channel, I assume you have to be creative and have some kind of a signature.
Yes, I would say that's the most important. That was kind of the main theme of my advice video is I always say, and we talked about it on our last stream, is somebody should be able to describe your channel in a sentence to a stranger. They should be able to. And if it's I review beard products or you review beard products, that's not good enough. Like, how are you different than everybody else? And I used you, me, Scott, and Matt. We all have our thing, I think Scott and Matt should switch names. Scott is that no BS guy, and Matt should just easily be Business Beard. And we've got our names. So I do think that is very, very important. And I've said that people ask me for advice, and if you ask me for advice, I'm going to be honest. And a lot of people don't like to hear honesty. And as a coach, you don't worry about those feelings when you're helping people because you're doing it for the best. People will say, well, what do you think about my channel? And I said, all right, well, what makes your channel something different? Well, I'm being myself. You got to have something. You got to be able to describe it. So having a signature is a good way to do that. And it's not like I'm the trusted teacher, but it's not about that. It's about how I go about my videos with education and that type of stuff. And and you're, especially with this time, I see you doubling down on what you do best. You are making like straight up cinema quality videos with skits and edits and cuts. And that's what you do for a career. I mean, that's huge. So yeah,
I feel like in this I think with the content, and I think right now is kind of a weird time with that. Is that's why I can kind of get away with. I mean, somewhat the video with me and Blake. I think it got more thumbs down than I've gotten in a while. I think a lot of people don't. I think maybe it's different humor, or like either that, or we just have this disconnect where we don't realize how cringy we are.
I thought it was
But
great.
yeah, I loved it too. But there's definitely like right now in this time your videos could be a little bit broader right now because and
Yeah.
that's how I feel. And I think I want to make people laugh a little bit right now during this time when everybody's a
Yep.
little stressed out. It'd be kind of cool to have a laugh as much as that helps. I don't know. With the honesty thing, that's a good here's a question. Are there ever consequences for giving a company a negative review? I think you can kind of touch on that for sure.
Big time. Whether it's dealing with that company, whether it's dealing with that company's fanboys, and there's positive consequences too.
Yeah.
Consequence of earning respect, the consequence of people seeing that you're honest. So there's negative, there's positive. It's never fun to do a negative review. Even there's a few companies Scuba has been brutal with. We don't look forward to the fallout of those videos and like, yeah, I can't wait for those hateful comments and those terrible emails we're going to receive. So you got to deal with that. But if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're good to go.
Yeah. My motivation for if I'm calling out a company, it's I have a huge chip on my shoulder towards any kind of like scams, any type of stuff like that, where like one of my videos I loved making so much actually was this you ever heard of the white van speaker scam? And this guy, they pull up to you in a parking lot and and I knew exactly what was happening. So they'll pull up to you in a parking lot and usually in a white van and they'll say, hey, they'll have a rigmarole, this whole routine played out of, hey, we're with this installer company. We got a few extra projectors and sound bars we got to get rid of. Otherwise we got to return them and we can't make any money off them. If you want to, cop one of these for heck of cheap, we'll hook you up, and blah, blah, blah. So they'll give you this whole rigmarole about that, but it's literally just rebranded horrible stuff from China that's got these fancy sounding names and 1200 watt surround sound amplitude powered extreme, and so you'd think, but they're just preying on people. And so I knew exactly what was happening. So I know if I pull my phone out and start filming this guy, I'm going to save the video's going to get some views and it's going to save some people. And I've had comments on that video from people that were like, yeah, I watched your video like a month ago and I came back to comment because I just got approached and I almost spent money, but I remembered your video. So if I can save people money, if I can hopefully help you, that's my motive there. And as long as your motives are good and you're not just doing it maliciously, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff is kind of borderline malicious, I guess. I try not to go like super ad hominem or whatever you'd call it, but I want the end goal is to not hate. I was reading the comment. I hate gimmicky channels. My end goal is to help people as much as I can. And this is the comment I was talking about. I hate gimmicky channel. Just whoosh past them. There's a lot of that out there on YouTube. There's really gimmicky stuff and there's really cringy stuff for sure. Uh-huh. But I mean, are you gonna know if you're making cringe stuff? I don't know.
Yeah. And there's always people to help out. I can't tell you how many times a day, even with how much you have covered it, I get asked about Beard Struggle. Hey man, have you tried Beard Struggle? What do you think about Beard Struggle? Just search them. What are you talking? Just search Beard Struggle.
So, look it up and look it up. And also another big thing is at the end of the day, we're just guys making videos on YouTube. We could be completely wrong about everything that we have said. I mean, to the extent of, burn. So take what we say with a grain of salt and do your own research, as gimmicky as that sounds to say. Spend 3, 4, 5 minutes on Google and looking up and trying to formulate a second opinion. Same with, CNN or Fox. Don't just take what the people are saying at face value. Ooh. Look into it for yourself. You want to be informed and just, make your own opinion.
Yeah.
Don't take us as gospel.
Right. Yeah. There's this thing called confirmation bias. And I always put that out there. People searching for the answer that they want to find. And once they find it, boom, shut, done, bam, nailed it. So you want to avoid that at all costs. I like to sometimes play devil's advocate. And I think that helps to try and see the other side of things.
Yeah. Here's a hint is if you're researching on Google to find out if your opinion is true and you have to scroll down 3 pages and some random blog post is what confirms it, maybe second guess that.
Yeah, well said.
Let's see. What about
If you've ever gotten in an argument with your wife and you're scrolling, you know you lost that argument.
Yeah. Like
Right.
trying to find something. Yeah. There'll be somebody out there that has your opinion that's
Yeah,
gonna
Yahoo Answers 1991.
yo, dude. Let's see. I'm trying. Somebody was talking about it. What were they? They were asking about a topic. Oh, there's no BS. What up, Matt?
Hey, Matt. Just a reminder, guys, send us probably preferably on Instagram. If you don't have, you can email us, but preferably Instagram. Send us your videos, create it. We're shooting for 1 week from today, same time next Thursday. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 videos of people and highlight their channel. And the ones that we're impressed with, we think that they have like a cool niche. They've got a cool signature angle, and we want to help you guys grow. And I think Scuba's done a really good job of that. I've tried to do a good job of proving that I'm here to promote people. I want to help people, and I think it's healthy, man. It's good for you as the content creator above all.
Yeah. Here's a good question. I've had several companies approach me and offer me affiliates. I'm being very selective with who I choose, but not having very many followers. Should I hold off?
Yes, and I think I've told him that. I think if you come in early in the game with affiliates, you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's the wrong side of the bed to wake up on. That's telling people why you're doing it. Even if that is the reason you're doing it, you got to earn it. You got to go through and work. What happens in Scuba's probably 100-fold and experience this is when we do this type of thing and we help people out, there are going to be people that start up and then you introduce them to a company. Now they're going to create an affiliate, but all it is them trying to push something. Without the platform, it's not going to go anywhere. You're going to get discouraged and you're going to leave. Build the platform first and then drop it. Like I said, I didn't take anything for a long time because I knew I couldn't make anything. So you got to look at that pros and cons, right? Scuba and I could both add ads throughout our videos and make that instant money right then. But when you look at the pros and cons of adding ads in the middle of the video, is it worth it? Probably not. Starting out early, adding an affiliate, is it worth it? Probably not. Amazon? Yeah, sure. There's no negative connotations there. Fire away with that. But if you're saying, hey, use my code for this company and you only had 6 people watch the video, maybe not a good look.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very I can go in my settings right now and change my ads instead of the skippable 4-second pre-roll. I could put an ad for 30-second non-skippable ads in my videos and make a ton of money on YouTube AdSense, right? But who's going to watch those videos, and where is my platform going to grow? And are you guys going to put up with those shenanigans? No.
Interesting.
Nobody is.
Dalton Burns says, BeardTube, in your opinion, would competitive eating be entertaining? Dude, just look at any documentary, any series on Netflix. People just like to learn about people. I will watch craziest documentaries. What was the MTV series? True Life? I don't care. I don't care what it's on. I'm addicted to eating ice chips. Like, I'll watch it. So,
competitive eating is huge. So if you guys, Matt Stoney is a huge YouTuber. Matt Stoney's that little, is he like Filipino or something maybe?
Yeah.
But he's this tiny guy that can eat like more than the Asian guy that ate the hot dogs. What's the Asian guy that ate the hot dogs? Kobayashi
Suzuki, the outfielder for the Mariners. No,
yeah.
I know.
So
I know. He always
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi,
yeah. He would do these crazy things, and this Stony guy comes along and just murders him, and he's just tiny. I think he's even tinier than Kobayashi. But yeah, competitive eating, 100%. It's entertaining. I watched and even a more niche thing. I watched just the very specific Nathan's hot dog, whatever it's called, the annual thing, and I watch it just for the announcer. This announcer, his name is what the fuck, the guy that announces these guys, and he creates such a mystique and such an aurora of greatness around this, and in reality they're just eating hot dogs. And he's like, out of the abyss rolls a monster of a human, and it's just like these crazy intros for these guys that are literally just eating hot dogs, but this guy is hilarious, and I love just that. I've watched that video, that guy introducing the people every year for, I've watched those videos numerous times.
Yeah. So yes, what if you like competitive eating and that's your thing? Yes. Heck yeah, man. I would watch the heck out of that. If you're entertaining, if you're funny and you have all those things. Gustavo asked, So kind of piggybacking off of what I said earlier. So when is it recommended to have affiliates when the YouTuber has how many subscribers? I would say there's a natural process and you kind of figure it out. So when I first started, I just watched my introduction video the other day just to like see what it was like. I bought 60 different oils that before I started reviewing. I've never asked a company for a review. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people can make is by reaching out. Hey man, started a channel, would love to try your stuff. Well, you're now lumped in with the thousands of other guys that have asked that. I like to kind of stand out by not asking. So I didn't ask. Well, it came to a point where companies were reaching out. Sure, I'll take your stuff for free and I'll review it. But then it came to a point where I had too many of those. It was impossible for me to keep up. So then I knew it was time to start charging. If you didn't want to send it to me, guess what? Cool, I couldn't cover it anyway. So it all makes sense. And then you're going to have companies that are going to approach you with an affiliate. Let them offer it to you. Don't just go sign up on a website that anybody can sign up for. That's probably not going to do too well. And it's got to make sense, man. It's you got to have a good fit with it. It's got to be something that you really like. Like here's a perfect example, and I've been talking to the owner. I believe his name's Michael. Is Artius Man. Scuba loves Artius Man. He does well with Artius Man. For me personally, it just doesn't hit home on the sense. It doesn't hit home on the feel. But I respect the heck out of the quality. I respect the heck out of the customer service. I think it's a great company. I've heard from so many people that love them. And he's wanted to do stuff. And I was just honest. And I'm like, it just doesn't fit right now. So I would just say you would know. You know there's a natural period as it goes through. If you force it, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah, be natural. But if you're making a video about something you like, do it about something you actually like.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about like, here's the thing. If you're worried about number one, not, I don't know how to put this. Like there's going to be in the beard world, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of companies. There's no need for you as a reviewer to go and say great things about a company when you don't feel those great things, because there's going to be 20 other companies out there that will have those great things you're looking for, and you don't need to sugarcoat anything just to like fluff it up. I mean, give your honest opinion on that stuff, and that's gonna and just like Dan said, the affiliates, you shouldn't be worrying about affiliates early on, because there's that give and take of like, yeah, you might get $4 one month from an affiliate because you have 10 subscribers. Don't worry about that. Once you have, 5, 10,000, whatever, less, I don't know, but that's probably when you should start doing that. Let me see here. What is that comment?
And it's all about what you want to do. Somebody asked, is it different if you buy stuff and let companies know? Yeah, it's funny that you're highlighting that. It depends what you want to do. There's some guys that are doing it just to get free stuff. And no, I'd never knock another man's hustle. And I believe I live by that. If that's your thing, cool, right? People are like, hey, man, I plan on reviewing your company. I might place an order for a sample pack if you want to, throw some stuff
Throw a few extra stuff in there. Yeah.
Or guys will start a relationship with a company simply to hope that company eventually offers them stuff. Whatever your end game is, just be transparent with yourself. Don't try to lie to yourself, and that's fine. Yeah. That was not my end game. People ask me, like, when I hit 1,000, they're like, dude, can you believe that you hit 1,000? And one of the things I hate the most in life, and I've said this countless times on my channel, is false humility. I hate it with a passion. And people are like, dude, can you believe you got to 1,000? I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna get to 1,000,000. Like that's gonna happen. I've known my end game for a long time, and that was my end game. It wasn't to get a bottle of beard oil. I could buy a bottle of beard oil. Some people might not be able to. And so whatever your game is, just be aware of it.
Yeah, you got to go in with the right mindset, really. Yeah, as much as we're talking about, the money and everything, don't expect money right away, unless the Amazon Associates works and one of your videos randomly takes off, and that's very, 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 very possible. Ryan Richardson, I love you too, Ryan. Love you, buddy.
Highlight Sphinx Beard real quick. We both have worked with them. Sphinx Beard. So Sphinx Beard reached out. Let me give you full disclosure. I hide nothing here. They said, hey, man, do you want to review our products? I said, absolutely. And since they reached out to me, I had no problem saying, this is my current fee. Whoa. And Muhammad, the owner, was like, let's do it. Boom. And then he reached out and said, hey, would you how do I get on your live stream where you do giveaways, my Monday Commands Corner at 9 p.m. And I said, on Commands Corner, I have an affiliate until midnight. And so I don't have an affiliate with Sphinx Beard, but they were on there for one night until midnight. And I had a percentage of the sales that night and that night only. So for that way, that's always them reaching out to me. But he's asking what happens if a reviewer reaches out for an affiliate. You want to touch that, Scuba?
If playing like as if I was a beard company, I would say that sure. I mean, I would give, if I was a beard company, I probably wouldn't care about people's followings. I would say, hey, yeah, if you want to do an affiliate, go ahead. You're going to buy the product. If somebody had a certain following where it was financially feasible to send them free stuff, and Sphinx sent me, oh man, a ton of stuff.
Yep.
And congrats on your scent line, Sphinx. It's really good. But I would say, I mean, yeah, shoot for the moon if you want to do an affiliate with me. If you want to bring me sales, I'll give you a percentage of the sales. But it's also like, along with that comes the expectation of free products. And even though beard products cost, $2, $3, $4 to make, shipping is a real thing. And then there's also the time you put into doing that. And then like, I don't know, as I don't have that perspective, honestly, as a beard company. I mean, I have beard meds, but I only do affiliates with 60 people on that. So I'm kidding. But
one thing to consider with doing an affiliate for people that are asking is you are now attached to that person. That person in a small way or in sometimes big ways is representing your company. So you got to be aware of how that goes down.
Fiction media. I've seen Scuba naked. Watch your butt, dude. Shut your freaking butt. This guy's in my town. No, I'm just kidding. He's a good friend of mine, but I'm the reason he got into videography. I helped him. I taught him pretty much everything he knows, and he's watching this and he knows that's completely ass backwards. This guy taught me so much stuff about videography, and he does really well. He does really well. If you guys want to check out if you're interested in videography at all, I've been trying to get this guy, Fiction Media, to make tutorials on how to film stuff. And that could be another thing we could talk about, is how to film stuff, how to light, how to shoot, what gear to use. And but yeah, that's another thing we could get into. Fiction Media, suck my butt. All right, next one, Andre.
To Steve's comment, he's been wanting to get this one in here, and he's a good dude. Steve Beards and Wood. He actually made the wood.
Where's it at?
Just up a little bit.
Steve, oh, there we go.
And you can take this one. I feel like you got.
I'll try to ask. Does he have you in his?
He does, yeah.
I'll try to ask one more time. When you are starting out a channel, other than what you are passionate about, would you say that trendy topics are a must or completely original content? Trendy topics can be your whole channel. There's channels dedicated 100%. There's like, what's the guy everybody says I look like? Let's get right into the news. That guy, Keemstar. Keemstar does a whole channel about what's going on the internet today, what's trending. There are people like, yeah. I hopped on the stream with Dan. I was watching Leon Lush. Leon Lush just talks about current events, and he'll like make fun of people. There's a whole subsection of YouTube that are like covering trendy topics in different ways, like Cody Ko, that are like not bashing, but like really making fun of like really cringy people and stuff like that. So that could be your whole channel. You can, here's the thing, is if there's something pertinent to your channel, like for instance, when it was Christmas time and everybody was doing those beard ornaments and beard glitter and stuff like that, I hopped on that trend. I think, did you do it as well?
Yeah. Yep. And I was compensated for it, but yeah, I did.
Yeah. And that's I was not compensated at all. But yeah, you can definitely hop on trends that are within your thing. And a great thing to find, if you've never heard of Google Trends, Google has its own site dedicated to what's trending, what's the most searched thing right now on the internet. If you can hop on Google Trends and you can find something that somewhat pertains to your niche or something you're passionate about and you have an opinion about, like when Kobe passed, those people that were doing videos on that, those videos got a lot to hit because everybody was just searching the internet, looking around about that. So you can just hop on Google Trends. I think it's just, you just Google Trends.
Yep.
And it'll give you like top 10 things searched today, past month, I believe, and stuff like that. And you can kind of hop on that trend and make a video. And the great thing about Google owns YouTube. So guess what happens when Google, somebody types something in Google, that you have that layout where you get the first two results, the query results are like ads, and then you get a row of 3 videos usually, and then the rest are like other queries, right? So Google promotes those 3 top YouTube videos about that subject. If you can be in those top 3 videos, you're gold. You're golden.
Just don't take the Ari Shafir approach to trends. That's not
you know I know that name. Who is that?
He's a Jewish comedian, friends with Joe Rogan.
Oh, the amazing racist guy.
Yes. Yeah. He did the Kobe's dead video.
I didn't even see that.
Oh gosh, he goes out.
I heard about it on. I watched what's the podcast with Bobby and the redheaded guy, but they were talking about it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was pretty cringy. I didn't see.
Bearded Dragon, I don't know if you can find that one up just a little bit. He says, is it bad practice to post more than one review for the same company too close together? So I would say, yeah, I'd say one of the biggest mistakes people make early on is feeling like they don't have enough content to make. And so they stretch it out, right? Let's say they get 6 products sent to them from a beard company, and they're going to make Beard Meds Part 1, Beard Meds Part 2. If you lose somebody on part 1, guess what? Your views are only going to go down everyone after that, right? If you look at your Instagram stories, your one is going to be the most, and it's going to go down from there because people drop off. So I do think that's a mistake. I would say don't underestimate the amount of content that you have to create, and have potent content, have content that matters. I really urge against filler content. I have a list of videos that I will not be able to tame within this calendar year because I have so many ones that I'm excited about. So that's a great question. And I would say that, that can be a cautionary tale.
There's another aspect to that as far as if you do a video that gets an insane amount of views, like if you do a video of how I cooked ramen noodles in a minute and a half or something like that, and that video gets 6 million views, it then makes sense at that point to maybe make a follow-up video on that. If you're looking to get views, it's possible. But as far as gaining new subscribers, that's not going to help. But if you want to get some kind of guaranteed views, you could do a follow-up, because YouTube will, if you have a similar title and you have YouTube's going to prioritize that on the related topics for sure. But that's when you're in that. Like I could do one of my videos is like 1.5 million. It has like 5 things I wish I knew, and I hate that video so much. I could just make an updated video to that, and it would get a lot of views just because I could title it the same and then parentheses updated, and do it now with my current charisma, and it would do really well. And it just, if you care about that, I mean, it's not going to really gain me any new subscribers, I don't think, but it's possible.
If you can highlight the Bearded Metal Chefs one, a couple people have asked this question, and I think you're the perfect person to answer it and give the perspective of both sides, because I get asked this all the time. Hey, should I just focus on beards on my channel? But I also like golf, but I also like shoes, but I also like Camaros. Scuba has split into multiple channels. What are the pros and cons to doing that and not doing that?
The only con to separate YouTube channels is literally just the time it takes you to click and sign into the new channel. I mean, if I took this channel and I started doing and I think that's probably what happened with like the upload yesterday with me and my stepbrother. And that video is more like a skit than anything. So it got a bunch of thumbs down because I think people are used to seeing more informative kind of, it was funny, but not like the usual style. Right. So, if I steered away from beards on this channel and I'm really passionate about shoes. I love shoes. So if I started making shoe videos on this channel, guess what the engagement's going to be? About 0. Nobody's going to give a crap. A few people might click the thumbnail because if my face is in it, recognizing that it's me. Nobody's, there's no huge effort to be made in just making another Gmail account and making which gives you another YouTube channel, which you can name, and then upload the videos of your separate passions to that channel. So I have 4 channels that I have, but 3 are ones I constantly upload to, and I might have 6 by the end of the year if I find something else I'm interested in that I want to make videos in. And here's the thing, we're talking about doing things you're passionate about, right? Your passion can change. The things I thought and the things I was interested in when I was 19 are not the things I'm interested in anymore when I'm 39 and 5/4. Which is not my age, but the things I used to like are not what I like anymore. But that's not a problem, right? So if you take our advice about the whole stick to what you're passionate, and let's say that passion dwindles, that the flame is dying down, and you're tired of making. If I'm tired of making beard videos one day, I'll just stop making beard videos, right? I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but if I got tired of it, I would move to something else. And I have separate channels because I have different passions or whatever, and I do that. There's no con other than it literally takes 4 seconds to click your channel icon, switch account, go to that other account, and then upload to that. There's no, and you're spreading you're putting your eggs in different baskets. It's like a lottery. I hate to use that reference because lottery is kind of a scam, but it's like buying a lottery ticket. Why not buy 20 lottery tickets for the same price as one? You know, I don't know if that's a good comparison. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And like you say, one video can take off when you never even know it, even if it's on that smaller channel. By the end of the next couple of years, we have a 2-month-old daughter, so that makes things a little bit more challenging. But our next channel, I only have my beard channel, then I have my school channel, but that's for like remote teaching and all that. But I have, we want to start a review channel with me and Sam and review our stroller, review our kid bed, review this new mouse that I got, review all that type of random stuff. I also want to start 2 other channels. I want to do a beef jerky review channel. Literally, I eat new beef jerky every week, usually multiple companies. I get it sent to me all over now. And I want to start a history channel. I want to put my spin, my way that I teach about beers, but I want to do it about history lessons. And I'm really passionate about beef jerky and history, like legitimately. So those are going to be spin-off channels. It's just when my kid life slows down a little bit.
I didn't know about the beef jerky. And don't you freaking cyberbullies try to steal that channel. Beef jerky reviews. That's probably, I don't think I've ever seen that. Is that a thing on YouTube at all?
No, not really. And so every Wednesday, we do a live stream on Wednesday also at 9. We try a new beef jerky, and we're really getting into like extremely hot jerky, like really hot jerky. And so I think that people like seeing that. They like the Hot One show. You know, they like seeing pain. They like seeing all these different things. Yeah. And we highlight it. We're like, this one's from Ohio. This one's from Utah and stuff. So that channel will be coming too.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually. That's a phenomenal idea. So I think the more niche you can be, the better. I think if you can find something very niche like beef jerky, and you can do 50 videos about that, 100 videos, do it, because I bet there's not a lot of. I think I've seen random jerky reviews online, but I don't think I've seen any like channel dedicated to that. That might do really, really well.
Yeah. Yep. And you always bring your own thing too, right? Terry from Norseman says Cable already has a history channel. Yeah, but the benefit that we have is we are following, right? Not everybody on the beard channel is going to like history, but what percentage of guys that have a beard like history, like jerky, you know, there's going to be a decent number that already springboards you there, and your personality is what a lot of people are coming for.
What are your thoughts about podcast style channels? Do it.
I personally love them. I love that long format of watching a 3-hour Joe Rogan podcast. I think uploading to podcast platforms is going to be gone very soon. I think Joe has proven the market for YouTube style podcasts. And I personally love those way more. I leave videos often. And this is like fanboy. And I'll leave Scuba's video. I'm like, man, I wish it was longer. I wish I had more. Joe Rogan's videos are 3 hours. He puts up 4 to 5 a week. I cover them all. I'm not actively watching. I'm in the shower. I'm grading. I'm running around with my kids. Literally, I was on the phone with Scuba today, and my boys are having a bath, but his phone text cut in. I was listening to Joe Rogan as I was giving them a bath. So I personally love podcast style.
Yeah, podcast is like the new, like if you want to, I'd hop on it, you know. And I've definitely contemplated this over the past few months of like setting up a podcast. But my conundrum is the amount of time I put. There's not a bunch of time put into it. The way I would do it, I'd go overboard and do like the full super cinematic four different angles, find people. But do I put it on my beard channel and call it like a beard podcast? And then in that case, if I do, then what can I talk about with beards for 3 hours or 2 hours or even an hour? But then there's also the aspect of I could kind of channel my other things that I like into a separate podcast channel. And yeah, people are very much into it's just like, it's like background ambient noise. It's like an audio. Well, I guess you have to pay more attention to an audiobook. But like comedians podcasts, those are, dude, Fighter and the Kid, Theo's, what's Theo's?
King and the Sting.
King and the Sting. There's the new one with Bobby Lee and the redheaded guy. Yeah, well, Bobby Lee has Tiger Belly, but he just started another one with Matthew Santino.
Yeah.
There's only like 6 episodes, but it's hilarious. I think
There's a new one with big baby Glenn Davis and an adult film star girl.
Really.
Yeah. And Glenn Davis is hilarious. Everybody's got one. Burt Kreischer, Burt Kreischer's got one. Your I believe your stepbrother Tom Segura and his wife have one. Not
Yeah.
Your Mom's Podcast or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
That one's good.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, guys, and why not create one? If you're good at talking, I would. Here's the thing: I would steer clear of podcasts if you cannot hold a conversation right now. If you don't have like the vocal fortitude to hold down being able to talk, just try it. Just try it one time. Just talk into your iPhone and talk for an hour and see how many dead spaces are in there, or how many ums and hold on, let me find this article. See how many of those are in there, and then maybe go off of that. If you can talk like me and Dan are having a good conversation, like this could be a podcast right now if we formatted it that way.
Right.
I'd rather have a podcast where like it's two people in the same room type thing for audio's sake and for video's sake, but this could be a podcast. But you have to make sure that you're not going to be, I mean, I say that, but also why not shoot for it, because I look at, like I said, I look at my old content and I hate it. You might look at your old podcast and hate them, why not do it? All you need is this. The microphone on this is pretty dang good on your iPhone. This is good. I mean, you don't have to go full Joe Rogan here and get the SM7B and a Rode Pod Procast or whatever the hell they're called and all that stuff. But why not shoot for it? You got something to talk about it? Talk about it. Somebody out there is going to want it.
Yeah. You want to go just a couple up from that? Sober Chef Eric says, Dan, do your reviews or tutorials get more views? It's not even close. The tutorials get a lot more views. The reviews are, again, though they're potent. People love to learn about new companies, but the market's bigger for tutorials. But an important thing is make sure you know what you're talking about. Like that's an important thing for tutorials. Why do my tutorials get big views? Because I mean, to be flat honest, I have a nice beard. I know how to take care of it. I know how to style it. I know how to trim it.
Well,
well,
I mean, not super true, right?
And that's why I think it's important is to know what you're doing, right? I've seen some and you'll have guys come out and it's just know what you're doing, right? If you're gonna make tutorials, do it because you've perfected your skill or what works for you really well. That's the reason why my tutorials do well, because I'm doing ones that are valuable. I'm not just going out there and doing like how to form your eyebrows properly. I'm doing stuff that works for me. Like my biggest ones are how to get like dips out of your beard. And it's because I get dips out of my beard. If you were to see my beard this morning right here, I've got nasty waves going, and I have a method that works for me really well.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like you could have a crappy, like real stringy beard, and you can make a whole channel about that beard, because I think a lot of people get these false expectations of like, oh, you're gonna have a beard like Dan's, or you're gonna have a beard even better like mine, and you're gonna, and people think that's the case when in reality, a lot of people that are watching these channels, like 2 out of 10 of you guys in this comment section probably have a beard that's not the greatest looking beard that you would hope to have. So why not make videos about, I hate the way my beard looks? Make a video like that. I hate the way my beard looks. I'm going to try and do it. And all my tips and tricks that work for my beard are not going to work for Dan's beard, are not going to work for Joe Schmo's beard. So you as Joe Schmo can have an interesting take on like how you use a heat brush differently, or how you use beard oil, how you apply beard oil differently, or how you do your morning routine differently. You might have some little, like my whole thing with the when I found out the best way to do the beard brush is like brushing against your face versus going down. I don't even remember how I came across it. I might have seen it and then tried it. Maybe I don't remember, but that tip helped a lot for me. And I said, let's put it out there on the internet. So you might have some secret tip that a lot of people don't have, or that they might not have, that might want to know about, that you do. That's easy footage.
There's a market for that. I've talked to Scuba about this before too. The like minoxidil patchy beard niche is massive, arguably bigger than what we have here. And for example, I did a video where 2 newer reviewers came on. cousins, Kyle and Joe, and they came over. We filmed a video, and it was the perfect time to do a video that was called like Rock What You Got. And it was really popular. It was about just rocking what you got. I never felt comfortable about making a video about patchy beards, and I never will because I don't have one. I don't think it's right for me to go on video and say, hey, here's my tips on patchy beards. You should do this and do this, because I don't do those things. I don't have to. I was just blessed with this. And so they came on. One guy can't grow a mustache and the other guy has patches below his lip. It was perfect. We'll talk about it. We'll do it. So yeah, do you, and people are going to relate to it.
Yep. Yeah. There was a point where, you know, I had 2 subscribers, guys. So let's see here. When do you decide to put money into equipment? I think Dan probably has a more refreshing take. I've had equipment forever, so Dan probably has a more refreshing take on that than I do.
Yeah, so when I started, I only used what I had. And if you don't believe me, just go look at those earlier videos. I filmed in my kitchen on the kitchen table, which is actually in my studio now, my old kitchen table. And I used the slider with natural light. And I had a camera that we had, no mic, no anything. It was terrible. But people liked me, even though I wasn't comfortable yet, even though I wasn't there. I also had put in work beforehand on Reddit and answering comments and all that stuff. But then once I started to know that I enjoyed it and it wasn't just going to be this little flash in the pan, you know, how many times have we thought we were going to do something we loved and it's just sitting there? I have a full setup at my parents' house up north of ice fishing gear. I love fishing. I hate ice fishing. It was terrible. My parents have a hot tub. Try ice fishing on the lake while staring at a hot tub back there, and there's a cold drink and stuff. So I have a whole setup of ice fishing because I was like, oh yeah, I'm all in. I'm doing this. I'm winning this ice fishing tournament. So find out that you like it. Find out that you have like an obsession or a want to make videos, and then do it. Even if it's not about making money, if you enjoy it, it's a release for you, and you have an opportunity, like you said, like a lottery, go at that point. But give it a chance first to make sure you don't dive in.
Yeah.
Because the majority of people that do make these videos do stop, and it's for the wrong reasons. They're trying to make money fast, and we've talked about the ability to make money, but make no mistake, this is not a get rich quick thing. You will not make money right away.
It's slightly possible, but it's in 99.999% of cases you're not. If you have that one
outside of the beard world.
Yeah. If you have that one video that goes viral and you have signed up for Amazon Associates and it's like a video about a product and that's in a link or Amazon Associates, you can make some good money off of that. If you have some video that just goes ape crap nuts, right?
Yeah.
And by crap I mean shit. But so
you have to find something new, like beard dye. Do something that we're not doing, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of people, when they hear us say use this, I think people just take it and like ignore that. You should not be afraid to use this device, this smartphone. If you have an Android, probably be afraid to use that because you probably don't want to do that. It's funny. I got like so many people that took the Android stuff seriously.
Oh,
I think there's a disconnect for sure on the internet for sure. There are people that watch it and just don't have the mindset to understand that, hey, he's joking.
Drives me, and I deal with your fallout because of that. No, you take all your shots at me, and there's 2 sides. There's a side that gets like angry at you for it, and they come to me and are like, "Hey, man, Scuba's taking shots at you." And then there's other sides. They're like, "You prick! Scuba said this about you." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
It is funny. It's a small fraction of people, but I mean, it is out there. And I think it's like the case of, you see the negative stuff and it stands out. The positive, you get so much of it. It's like, another positive comment. And then the guy says, dude, you look like you got herpes on your eyeballs or something, it's like, fuck, man, fuck you.
I love reading your comments because of that. Cause people are like, dude, that isn't even the newest version of the razor. What are you even talking about?
Dude, yeah. Connor, I'm gonna miss you too. Connor, you better be tuning in for the whole rest of this damn live stream. He's my neighbor. All right. Let's see. What's another? I keep having these ideas pop in my head. Oh, also, you guys in the comments, if you haven't watched this whole stream. So what we're doing right now, the whole goal is we're trying to get people to create videos for this next week, right? And you create videos and you send them to us, right? Now, let's preface this. I'm going to get a bunch of inboxes in my Instagrams. I'm not going to answer everybody, okay? I'm not going to answer 99%, but I'm going to see your video. I'm going to see your link, and I'm going to watch your video. 100% guaranteed I am going to watch your video. If I can't make it through the first 20 seconds, I'm probably not going to recommend your video. But if you have something that's interesting and you have something that is unique, what we're going to do, Corona, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 of you guys, maybe just whatever stands out to us. You know, if we get 100 entries and 99 of them are really, really uninteresting, then we're probably going to pick one person.
Yeah.
But take your shot, shoot us a video, shoot a video in between today and next Thursday. Don't send us videos of your old videos. We don't want to see that. We want to see videos from today within the next 7 days. Send them to us. We're going to promote you on my channel. We're going to promote you on a live stream. We're going to show your videos. So we will reach out to you before if we pick your videos. We will reach out to you, and or I will at least, and I'll make sure I'll get like a verbal or like a written confirmation it's okay to use your video in the live stream. But we will promo you, and possibly even I might make a video following up on my channel as an upload, telling people to watch your videos. So there's a little motivation for you to start. We want to get you guys on the right track.
And be unique, right? We are not saying don't be beard videos, but be something new. Don't send us videos. Hey, I'm a beard reviewer. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be me. I want to save you guys money. That's great, but that's been done before. We want to see something that's new. We want to see golf, lawyers, food eating competition was one of the best things that I've heard today. So yes, Matt, we already went there. All right, you're trying to dig up stuff over here, but
Dude,
serious
trying
note,
to bring up old stuff, Matt.
Serious note,
stirring the pot.
I think Matt should go with a beard stash. I love the beard stash style.
Why not?
Yeah.
Did you end up trimming your beard? I know you made that post asking what kind of. I don't think you should trim it, man. I mean, but that's just me.
Not yet. I don't think he has yet.
Where's
IG messages, Steve? Yep.
Yeah, IG messages. Send them to us. Let's see, and just please don't get because I get people that get angry with me when I don't respond to them on Instagram. I'm not ignoring you. I just get an influx of stuff, and if I start responding to everybody, I'll be sitting on my phone 14 hours of the day, right? I don't have time for that. Not for I over-exaggerate. I'm not that popular, but I would spend quite a chunk of my day responding to DMs if I started doing that. Dan, on the other hand, puts that time in. So if you have a question you're serious, you want to, and it's not just like hey man, should I use beard oil or beard balm? It's not something you can like easily just look up. You shoot it to him. I'm not saying send him every question under the book, but he's going to respond. And I assume you respond to everybody, Dan?
Yep, I do. Everybody.
Yeah. Any limit to subscribers? No, not at all. You could have 1 million subscribers, send us a video, and if it's unique, we're going to promo it. If you have 1 subscriber and it's unique and cool, we're going to promote it. And like Dan said, if it's about beards, it's about beards. If it's about weightlifting, it's about weight. If it's how to chug a soda, it's about that. It's whatever it is unique, cool. Try to be funny if you can. That's always entertaining. Do whatever you want. Make a video about how to fold a bed sheet and do it in a funny way. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there you can do. I wouldn't do that because I'm scared of being on camera. Just curious. Do what? What did you say?
Must have missed one.
Missed it.
And
don't be scared. Don't be scared of being on camera.
And don't take it wrong if we don't pick you. We know a lot of you. I know most of you in here right now. Like Bearded Dragon said, I'm going to send the video to Dan. You're putting the pressure on me there, man. But if we don't, it's nothing personal. We just really want to find something unique. But above all, we want to encourage people to make stuff.
My main thing is I'm a barber student. Would it be worth my time to vlog me through school than when I'm a licensed to start reviews on barber tools? Why not? My barber drama, he's been in a few of my videos. He actually gained some traction. And what's crazy, the chain of events that can happen through social media is pretty crazy. Drama, my barber, has been in a few of my videos, and his Instagram kind of took off. He has like he has like 1,500, and he gets it. Don't get your head blown up, drama. He gets all these followers, and then some random company reached out to him, and now he is cutting hair for the WWE. So he cuts Randy Orton and all these. I don't know half these people. Okay, I ain't Beard Towns with Scott. I don't know, but there's some big name, and he's like cutting all these guys' hair. He's just mingling with these guys. Him and his whole family get front row seats. So the thing with this is, you could make money, but the avenues this can open for you is pretty crazy. I mean, there's a lot, and I'm sure Dan, you've been invited to a lot of like beard events too, correct?
Yeah, I'll be judging beard competitions all over the country this summer, and maybe, I guess.
Yeah. How do I choose where I'm recording my videos? I just find some place that think looks cool. I guess I think you shouldn't worry too much about the background of your videos. Um, I would worry more about your content and what you're doing. I was just telling Dan, um, um, Connor, he does. He cuts NBA people and Kansas City Chiefs as well.
It's wild.
Um, yeah, just from the Instagram following and being putting yourself out there. Where I'm recording my videos, it doesn't really matter. I think. I mean, I was telling Dan, I'm big into like third gen. I have a third gen Camaro, and there's this guy. I was just watching yesterday. I just randomly found his video, and this guy rambling. He has like, at the time he made his first video, had 0 subscribers. So his first video hit like 15,000 views of him just talking about his plans for these 3 junky IROCs in his front yard that he's just working on in his yard. And then it took off. So he started making videos and he's doing really well. So yeah, worry about your content and just creating stuff. What the heck was I gonna? Should I have a certain amount of IG followers before I start my YouTube? Absolutely not. Definitely not.
No.
And there was another one. Where is it at?
Yeah, when I started, I didn't have an Instagram. I had exactly 0 subscribers on YouTube. Just get it going. And it took me 6 months before I hit any amount of views.
Also, Matt, we're not allowing liars on. Okay, so Matt P, you need to watch your lying mouth. Okay, you heard about Dan from me. Okay, get it straight. Okay, Detroit Grooming's in the house. We got Detroit Grooming. I think am I wrong, or is Detroit Grooming starting a channel?
They've had a channel for a while now, actually, and Mike's been making some videos while quarantined.
Good on you, Mike. Mm-hmm. That's another channel you guys can go check out, Detroit Grooming. Okay, so I want to get your guys' ideas. Do you guys have any ideas? Anybody in the chat right now have any ideas of what they might make a video about? Let's hear some ideas.
Yeah. And again, guys, just create. I can't stress that enough. I believe this is going to be the medium of the future. I don't think it's going anywhere. And I do believe it is with YouTube, right? Some people are like, I think there'll be videos, but on a different platform. Google's not going anywhere, man. It's here.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's thanks so much, guys. Nice. Now, do you save your videos on a hard drive?
Yeah. So I have a cloud. I save everything too. I have a hard drive here at the house. Then I have a safe deposit box at the bank that I periodically will go get the drive, load it, and take it back. So I have 3 redundant. You know, if YouTube failed one day, right, I could take all my videos and upload them to Facebook or IGTV and crop them and take or put them on what's the other platform? Pinterest. Pinterest is actually, a lot of people know Pinterest is actually starting a video program on there. Let's see. Okay, head shaver. Yeah, make a video about head shaver. Home haircut. Great topic right now. Yeah. Home haircut.
Dude. Right now. Like, go. Yep. Get off this and go.
Yeah. Weed. I mean, yeah, if you want to be a freaking stoner. Let's see.
Disc golf.
Boom. Yeah. Disc
golf. I like
golf.
it.
That's another very niche thing that I've seen. And when you go down the rabbit hole, you find some weird things. And I've gone to watch disc golf. I don't play disc golf. I have no interest in disc golf, but I've watched hours of disc golf videos because YouTube suggested it to me. Okay. Same. Review workout equipment and clothing. Yeah. Have at it. I would try to kind of, because that industry is so saturated, I'd try to kind of differentiate yourself somehow, some way. Let's see. Home workouts. Yeah, we haven't heard that one before. That's actually a good idea. Plant-based food. There you go. That's another, I mean, that's a huge thing. You're saturated as well. You're going to have to kind of, first you're going to have to, get off that diet, and then you're going to have to figure out how to differentiate yourself. I kid, you want to eat plant-based food, you eat plant-based food. A show about nothing. That is 100%. You could literally, what's crazy? There is a video. What's the channel name? There's this guy that sat in front of his camera for like hours and just stared at the camera. I'm trying to remember who it was, but he took off and went crazy. People just sat and watched this. It was like staring at them.
Well, like weird. Mr. Beast, his early poppin' videos were him counting to like a million or something crazy. That's how he started.
Saying PewDiePie a million times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Boom, gold. We said a lot. Whiskey. Yep. Very, very good. Whiskey is another something you should definitely get into. I think there's a lot of big channels with that. Bearded book reviews. Yep. Scott wanted to do that too, right?
I've been telling him for a while now he needs to do it. I think he's lost a little bit of the current passion on beards. So just take a mental break, go create something else, and come back.
My video series that I've always wanted to do is travel, and I've had this idea before. It's actually a good idea.
Yeah,
My
we've
videos
talked about that.
Yep. Spend the entire day with them to see what it's like on their daily. Yeah, that could be kind of cool to kind of showcase what beard, the other side of the coin here. Beard reviews. Oh wait, I would probably we got that on lock. Okay, so just kidding, guys. Definitely do that. Beard reviews and EDC. Yeah, EDC is a big thing too. I watched this guy called he's a funny knife reviewer, like Tactical Knife Bro, I think is his name. He just does the voiceovers, really funny voiceovers. Leonard Skinner, can't go wrong with that. Hiking trails around Lake Tahoe equipment. There you go. Let's see. Sobriety. Yep. You could do that. I'm with you on that, bud. Sober Chef Eric. I'm sober to the core. Well, caffeine and nicotine. Shoe and boots. Dude, that I've never even seen that on YouTube, I don't think. Is that a thing?
Oh, blow up.
That's definitely a possibility. Give us some more ideas, guys. Tell us what you're thinking. Conspiracy theory. We're just using all your ideas to create channels.
Ooh.
Taking your ideas. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Reviewing reviews. Inception. That's a thing.
So somebody pitched that, and I gotta say, I think that's a terrible idea for this reason. I don't think that there's any light that comes out of that in a good way, right? If you're just like, man, I love scuba, he's funny, Dan is educational. But if you for whatever reason, human nature, there's nothing wrong. People don't take it in a bad way to be constructive about products, right? I'm going to talk about this bottle opener and it's flawed. And people are like, amen, stick it to them. But if you came out there and you were reviewing and critiquing your videos, people cringe at that. They don't like that feeling.
Yeah, the thing with that is you could do videos on that, but is it going to gain you are people that are going to be that interested in it? Right. Maybe. I don't know. How my beard is superior to anyone's. That could be, make a whole channel about how you have the greatest beard in the whole world and how nobody's going to step to your stuff, and you just be like an old WWE wrestler type persona and just go Randy Savage and just make a whole persona about that. Fragrance and perfumes is huge as well. Yep, that is true.
You want to find that.
Oh yeah, that.
Okay. Oh, those are huge.
That's a huge thing. If you have any talent at all with that, hit that hard, because shoes are such a trendy thing right now, dude.
And that's the two ways to look at it, right? If there is a big market, you better be talented and have something special, have something unique, or find the market that is not huge and be able to be a big fish in a small pond, right? Yep. If you're a big fish in a big pond, cool, rock on. But if not, try to find that niche where it's not out there. And you've heard both sides of Scuba saying that tonight, where he said, oh yeah, that market's big, or I don't think anybody's doing that. Both of those can be a great opportunity.
Yeah. And again, take everything we say with a grain of salt. We're not experts.
Correct.
We don't have the definitive answer on the future of what your YouTube channel is going to be. Pillows, as joking as that sounds, do it. There's mattress reviews. Why not pillow reviews? There probably is pillow reviews. I know personally, I've been suggested a video a lot of times about the purple pillow.
Purple pillow.
This bald guy, and I watched it, and I watched a bunch of his other videos just because he reviewed this pillow I was looking at. I refurbish sneakers, go to thrift stores and find sneakers. Yeah, seriously. So some of the biggest shoe videos I've seen, if you make a cool thumbnail, especially those thumbnails are going to be crucial. That would be huge.
Scuba, have you seen Paul Cantu?
Yeah.
He's funny. So he does thrift shopping.
I've watched him for so long. It's crazy you mentioned that.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
And I've been watching him for a long time too, and he's been blowing up lately.
Sorry, I think Mom let Blake get on the internet. Get off. Sorry, Blake, get off the freaking internet, dude. Sorry, All right. Let's see what else we got here. What about wood burning? Frick yeah, I have a friend that does that. He makes like pendants and he burns. He has like a little a hot pen or like a soldering iron or something like that, and he just burns designs into wood. That's a really cool thing. DIY, yep, have at it. Quarantine edition. What about NFL? Yeah, dude, talk about stuff you know. Like if you like NFL, have at it. You see any good ones here, Dan? You think?
Yeah, I like Mullet Tube. I think Marco's talking about me. So I think
Where is it at? I can't
Mullet.
find it. Mullet tube. Is it new? Comment.
Yeah, it's in the screen, just a little bit up from Detroit Grooming. He's joking. I'm growing a mullet out.
Oh, Mullet Tube. I thought his name was Mullet Tube. Yeah, Mullet Tube. Yeah. Blake, come on. Oh my god. I hear him knocking at the door right now. God damn it. You got it. You let me have my time. Sorry. Reviewing metal bands. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think that's what's the guy that does review, the bald guy with the glasses, the nerdy guy that reviews music?
I don't know.
He has a huge channel. He just reviews music. So maybe you can go to shows, film little clips of their show. Don't put the whole show up, respect their artistic integrity if they don't want to be, but film a little bit of their show and then talk about your experience of that show. That could be great. And another thing that would come of reviewing metal bands, the great thing, if you know Nardwar, if you know other like people that are interviewing those people, you could become the next person doing that. You're going to get invited backstage to meet these people that you think are really cool. You're gonna be able to get access to shows that you probably for free, probably just to go cover the event. That's a very, very possible thing.
And Nardwar is a perfect example. There's no person on YouTube like him, and he stands out for that.
Yeah.
Which is that's huge.
That Blake did y'all vid was hilarious.
It was.
It's not hilarious. Try living with him. Let's see. Four-wheeler how-tos. Yes. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I think we got a general gist of like what you guys think. There's a lot of good ideas in there. And like, even though you might jokingly make a comment and say like pillow reviews, the guy was joking around. Why not? Why not make pillow reviews and review 17 pillows on your channel? And then the thing with that is you take all those pillows, you compare each one. So you have 10 pillows. You can compare each pillow exponentially to the other pillow. At 10 pillows, I don't know the math on that, but you could do 100 videos from just reviewing this pillow versus this pillow 4 versus pillow 3, pillow 4, pillow 5. So yeah, that's a definite thing you could do. You make a ton of content about that. Free beard, thanks for the $3.99 donation to support your caffeine craving. Freaking at it, guys. And also don't feel like you need the super chat. This is just a video to help you guys. Any other videos, send me all the money you got, okay? But not this one. Let's see. Needle drop. That might be the guy I was talking about, the music guy. But yeah, guys, as even if it's just a tiny concept in the back of your brain, if it's something you want to try it. And it might be something you really like and want to do forever. So let's see. Are there any more questions like about the kind of the creation aspect or like any other questions for us versus ideas? Review on energy drinks. Yep.
Yeah, Mike asked about thumbnails. Mike, we did cover that earlier, but essentially we use different apps or different websites to make the thumbnails, and we just kind of find our own spin on them.
Yeah. Next time, Mike, stay for the whole stream, okay? I'm a cyber bully right now. I was semi-serious. I've never seen a pillar. Yeah, they're out there. They're definitely out there. Let's see. Subs versus videos for new creators. Subs, I'll tell you right now, subscribers do not matter when it comes to a video going crazy. You're going to get a higher chance of it going crazy, of course. Like I can have a video go crazy because I have that initial boost of people to watch it. But there are people out there in the world that created one video and have only one video on their channel that went viral, and that's all they did. And they just been capitalizing off that.
And they don't even gain subscribers. People, I'll click on videos that have 6 million views and they have 2K subscribers because it's just that click video. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a ton of that. I remember Auntie Fee, that the black woman that was doing like the how to make a meal for 20 people with $3 or whatever, that lady. She's a super Southern, super like super charismatic. And I think she actually died, but she was making videos just messing around in the kitchen, just like being herself. She didn't realize she was goofy, and like people, not goofy, but like really good on camera. She didn't realize that she had a really good personality, and it just blew up.
That's cool.
How can one go about editing? Yeah, that's a good question. If you only have a phone to record content and only editing apps. Now, I think in the iPhone itself, I don't know about Android, probably doesn't have such a thing, but iPhone has just the regular, when you're going into your photos and you want to edit, you can just edit your videos that way. You can clip and trim stuff, I believe. If not, there's an app called Splice, Splice. That one is apparently okay for editing videos from your iPhone. But what I would do to kind of lubricate the process for you is just make one constant clip. It doesn't matter if you're panning down on the camera and you're like hitting stop record as it's shakily showing your shoes or something. I would worry more about the video you're going to put out. Most people aren't going to make it to the end of the video anyways, but worry about the content you're putting out there. Take your phone, hit record, bring it up to your face, or hit it while it's on your face. Use your rear camera. Don't use your front camera. Don't look at your screen. Look at your camera lens and talk or show something. If you don't want to be on camera, show something you're doing POV style. Porn made that really big, and go about it that way. But yeah, if you want to edit, if you really absolutely have to edit something, you could. But to make the whole process much easier on yourself and more conducive to you keeping doing it, I would just stick with just making one solid clip with your phone and clicking upload on it. That'd be as far as
Yeah, Mike says
I don't know what you think.
How to use the right title for a video. I would say 2 keywords: specific and short. Just keep it specific, keep it short to what you're doing.
Best way to get people to stay through the whole video: clickbait them, dude. Clickbait them. Don't reveal the substance till the end. No, don't do that. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I mean, some people will stay through the whole video, but just statistically wise, you'd be shocked if we showed you our analytics and showed you how many people were even statistically average even made it through half the video.
Yeah, and the best way to do it is make stuff that people want to see. Make it entertaining. Make it something that they want to stick through, and that's the biggest thing. Don't worry about the length, because people always ask me, they're like, "How long should it be? Should I do this?"
Yeah,
it all depends on you.
Yeah, length doesn't matter. If you got content people are going to watch, I'll watch a video that's an hour long if it's something I'm into.
Yep,
it doesn't matter. You know, I'll do it. Let's see. Sprouse is, what is that? Is that an app for Android for editing?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Let's see. How do you balance making cuts versus talking straight through the video? Now I started off making cuts just because I started off, I'm a videographer by trade, so I know how to run Premiere Pro. I know how to edit light and everything like that. So I started doing that just to cut out dead space. As good as I am at talking, whenever I'm sitting there like trying to pinpoint things about a product and kind of formulate my thoughts on the right there. I think Dan, you make notes and stuff before you film, right? You kind of jot down notes. Yeah,
yep.
I don't ever do that. I just kind of free ball it and I just go. And so yeah, see that. So that's another useful thing. If you're filming with a camera and you feel like you're not going to be able to talk well, have something like a whiteboard with bullet points, and you just kind of occasionally look up and look at those, and just remember to look at this right here. When I'm talking like this to you guys versus when I'm sitting here watching the chat, doesn't this feel more engaging with you guys when I'm talking to you like this? It should feel more engaging because we got eye contact. I know there's going to be some feelings, deep down, and those are natural feelings when you're looking at me. I get it. But you want to engage with your audience. That's probably the number one thing, easy tip I could give you that doesn't require any money. Just look at your lens. Don't look at your screen. Look at your lens and talk to people.
Yeah, I make cuts. It helps my organization. I'm echoing now. I'm a teacher, so I like to have a lesson plan. It's just it'll make sense for you. I think that's the best way to say it, right? Whatever suits you, it's going to come through it in your channel.
Also a perspective thing. Dan, you mentioned something in your video that I watched about the YouTube thing is like how many videos you did that got 1 or 2 views before things. So maybe kind of expand upon that and so people can get kind of a perspective on.
Yeah, I showed my watch time over the last 20 months, and my first 3-4 weeks it didn't register because there weren't views. I mean, it was like literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just took time for that to start going. And you'll see this nice natural bell curve if you kind of you got what it takes. But don't get discouraged. Truly, it's going to be weeks and weeks and months of very, very low views. And then you'll slowly start to see it chip away. And that goes for everybody. And just have that perspective, enjoy the process, enjoy making it, especially now. I mean, we got a couple weeks, most of us with a lot to do, so, or with a lot of nothing to do. So
Yeah.
What's it hurt? What are you losing?
That's why we're trying to stress this 7 days, because what are you doing right now at your house? You're probably sitting on your phone bored. If you're not essential, you're sitting in your house, you're bored, you're watching the internet, you're hopping on your phone, watching Instagram, looking around. You're more than ever probably like reading comments on Instagram more because you've looked at everybody's posts and you're like, well, what the heck do I do? Look at these comments, see who this person is. People are exploring the internet more right now. I think. I wonder if anybody's done like a study on like if Google has like a stat for how many people are and how long people are on YouTube or Google right now versus 3 weeks ago. I wonder if that's
Oh
if anybody's
yeah,
done that.
yeah.
Because I bet it
Netflix
would be.
it's crushed every record.
Yeah. Here you go. What video is your most embarrassing? Not deeply embarrassing, but you will feel like it missed the mark. Missed the mark. I mean, when it comes to me, my stuff is pretty much perfect, so it's hard for me to think of like, what have I done bad? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I've done that's like, I mean, and I can go back to my first 50 videos and pick 48 of those that I hate, that I think the way I talk, the way I enunciate, my gaps, I think are horrible. I think one video I was like, I always joke about picking my nose, but I was like actually picking my nose and I forgot to cut it out. I think I think I saw that and I was like, screw it, leave it up. I pick my nose sometimes, whatever. That was kind of embarrassing maybe, but you somewhat get over that. Of course, like I said, the human nature is going to kick in. You're always going to care about when people say, oh, I don't care what people think. They're full of crap. Everybody does it at a point. You just gotta minimize that.
Yeah.
Do you have any embarrassing videos, Dan?
I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head embarrassing, but I'll say I think of videos, and when I get a video idea, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna pop. Like this is it. This is that hitter. And then it gets like, you can see on YouTube like your rankings for videos at the same time for your last 10 videos, and it's 10 out of 10. It's like the worst. And so for me, those ones are, I'm always like, oh man, I thought that was the hitter.
You thought you had a gold mine and it's a freaking bronze medal.
Yeah. So that's
or not even that. Yeah, the 10 out of 10. That's a mother sucker.
Yeah, and most of my like regret ones are from the audio, the video. Like I have a video that's doing pretty well, a Boss Man one, super early. People searched it. I don't like their jelly, and so that video's done well. My lighting is so oversaturated. My face, it's crazy, and I'm like, oh, how many people that's their first impression of the channel? So that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. What's the best way to open a video? Dane gives a little summary and Scuba will do a skit, just for example. I don't usually do sometimes I'll just kind of I don't know, just say what you feel. Say what's in your heart. I don't really know. It's not for us to tell you how to. You could try and do what we do. I mean, if you want to mimic it. I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know whatever it is you want to do you, because if you start like we were talking about earlier, if you start making this intro thing that you do, like a 10-second little thing you do, and you start hating it, people are going to start asking, what the hell are you, so I don't know. You can just start your video by talking right off the bat. Don't even give an intro.
And it's important for what you do, right? Again, I'm a teacher. So if anybody breaks down my informational videos, here, little news flash, it's a paper. Introduction, backed up with evidence, and then a conclusion. Always. But that's me. That's my style.
Yeah, that's Dan's format. So pick your format. And obviously Dan's format has worked really well. So you could go the analytical route like that, or you could just start yammering about nothing and just upload it. It doesn't matter. That's pretty much how I just yammer. I just talk and then cut it together so it's funny or something,
Yep.
Let's see.
Detroit Groom. What video are you proud of?
Most proud of.
For me,
I'm trying to
I
think.
would probably go with one that I have. It doesn't have the most views, but I think it kind of changed the trajectory of my channel. And it was a video where I said preservatives are needed in water-based products. And Mike actually loved the video so much, we hopped on and did a live stream about it next. And it was because I kind of I not took a shot at companies, but I was enlightening companies that didn't know this, right? And it was this huge thing that natural better, but it's not. If you have water in your product, you need a preservative there. And there were tons of companies that had to change their formula because of that video, which for me, I made a dent like in the game, but I also helped people. That legitimately helped people. There were people getting mold around their bottles of wash and stuff because there wasn't preservatives in there. And that kind of led me on a string of having these videos that were highlighting things to kind of expose what companies were doing wrong, but also help them, whether it was the weight versus volume video, whether it was the FDA regulation on scents. So that I've kind of put in like my hat on those types of videos that no one really has done stuff like that. And so I was super proud of that one. That was a big one because people didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that the best stuff wasn't all natural. And so I like that I took that stance. I didn't care that that was going to get some backlash, and it's proven to work well for me.
Yeah, and I think that's a common, getting off topic. Yeah, the natural, it's such a, I don't know, that's a touchy. That's not touchy, but it's a subject that not a lot of people really know about, as far as like, oh, poison ivy's natural. Is that
right?
Is that good? Let's see what else we got here.
What about you though? What video are you most proud of?
I don't know. Maybe my first beard video, probably like the very first video where I was vlogging and I did a beard trim. That kind of set the whole thing off. I mean, it's horribly lit, it's horribly filmed, but I love it. I like videos where I'm hanging with friends and stuff like that. I mean, those are good stuff.
There's one by Steve a little ways up, couple scrolls, that says, "What are your thoughts on paid views?" And I can kind of turn this into 2 points here. That's something good to think about. One, I detest paid views. I think that they are terrible. Man, I'm echoing again. They are terrible to do because they when you try to fake the numbers, it doesn't help you in the end. You can have 10,000 views on a video, but then only 2 people commented. It's not going to help you. And also, you got to really dial stuff in. Scuba has been weighing the pros and cons of having a really big video on Manscaped recently. Do you want to talk about that with the numbers? What's great about having that huge video, but what's also to consider about it?
Yeah, so I paid for like 500,000 views, and I'm just kidding. The video took off. It was on Manscaped, the 3.0 trimmer, and the video took off. And there's this conundrum of, yes, the views are cool, but the video is off topic from my channel. So in the beginning of the video, I stressed, hey, look, if you don't have a beard, do not subscribe to this channel, because yeah, there's a pro and a con to the views. Number one, the pro is a pro to the con with the views with an off topic video. The pro is the views, great. Con is a bunch of people that aren't interested in beards, that are interested in ball trimmers or whatever, are now subscribed, that are not going to watch my videos on beards. So the YouTube algorithm knows now that there's a bunch of people that are subscribed that aren't watching my beard videos now. So that hurts me in the long run. It's cool to have those, what is it, maybe 300,000 views now or something like that. It's cool to have those views, and it's cool to have that exposure, but there's also there's a downside to that as well. Let me see. And yeah, paid views, don't
Stupid.
don't hop on Fiverr and pay $5 for 1 million views, because guess what? YouTube, there are channels out there that I know pay for views, and if people find out you're paying for views, there's literally you can report people that paid for views through YouTube. There's a flag thing. If you get reported for paying for views and it turns out you are, YouTube they can take your whole channel down.
Yeah.
For that one instance of paying for reviews. And then also, yeah, it's just literally just, it's cosmetic. There's nothing behind that. You could maybe play the system. I've heard of people on Instagram that will buy a bunch of followers and then kind of finesse the system to where they got free products from some company that thought there was some big hotshot deal. But all people have to do is look at your engagement and see like, hey, this guy's got 2 million followers and he's got 25 views on this video. What's going on?
Yeah, and I think that's a big point to think about all those things, and people see numbers, even if it's legit numbers like that, but there's always angles to look at. So that's a huge perspective.
Somebody said how to get your channel. I would assume it's like how to get exposure for your channel. That could be a lot of different things. You could just literally get your family to watch it, get them to tell their friends. I would say, um, trying to think like
Yeah, but in the
what do
same
you,
way, don't go beg for subscribers that aren't going to watch your videos. You've never
yeah,
seen me post on Instagram, "Hey guys, I'm 20 away from 30,000. Go get your grandma your second account," because then your subscribers are growing, but your views are not. And when you see that view
yeah.
to subscriber ratio, you want to have that close as possible. And when you get bigger, the margin gets smaller. You're going to have lower numbers. But if you're dipping away from 10%, that's when you start seeing some issues.
And Kylie's reviews, I would like we talked about earlier. I don't know if you were here earlier. The YouTube comment section is gold. If you're in there and providing like some kind of value for people or like giving your opinion, if not even just commenting on a video, more so engaging with people in the comment section, the reply button's your go-to. Somebody makes a comment you think is either wrong or right, and you can maybe expand upon it or give them your counter opinion, or you can, be you don't have to be, you could be you could talk about however you want. But I would say just give some kind of reason for somebody in the comment section to follow you, because the people in the comment section are people that are already watching, that are interested in watching videos already about beards or whatever. So if your channel's, I would assume Kylie's reviews is about beards, maybe it's a skull with a beard. So if your channel is about beards, hop on our channels whenever we're making videos and talk to people in the comment section. It's a very, very underrated section of YouTube is the comment section, and just interacting with people.
People get annoyed with that. Leave a comment, get some thumbs up on it. You want to highlight Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe? Best way to develop relationship with companies. I think for me, and I'll let Scuba hit that too, but for me, I would say it kind of goes back to my thought. Be honest with yourself for what you're looking for. If you're looking for free products, you can start talking to them and building that relationship and hope they do it. For me, the best way to build a relationship with a company is earn that respect for the company, for them to come to you and bring things to you. I do not message companies at all. I know Scuba doesn't either. For one, we have so many message us on a regular basis anyway. But I didn't do it early on either. I wasn't one of the guys that was messaging them and trying to build a relationship. I just let it happen the way it happened. So my that would be my advice is I always say, if you build it, they will come, right? If you put that platform out there, be patient. They'll come. There's plenty of them.
Full disclosure, I have reached out to companies, but not in the aspect of like, for instance, recently I reached out to Detroit Grooming because I think Dan recommended their conditioner to me. And on this whole journey to find a really good conditioner, I was asking him, and he said to check out Detroit. So I reached out to. So I have just in full. I reached out like to Detroit. I'm trying to think of other times I have done it. Maybe like if like somebody, one of you guys recommended them, and they've never reached out to me, and I was just generally curious and just want to try their stuff. I think Whiskey and Hardtack, maybe. I think I reached out to them, or maybe they reached out to me. I don't remember. But if you feel like you want to reach out to a company and you're not going to be like asking for free stuff, don't be afraid to reach out to company and just ask them like a thing like, hey, do you use cold press oils? Hey, what kind of scent profile is in this? Hey, ask them questions and get them interested. Another great way to just build relationships, send them $10. Just kidding. Don't do that. Just literally almost all these guys that are running companies have Instagrams. Follow them on Instagram, comment on their stuff. Just be a friend, a cyber friend, I guess. And that could build a relationship. Now, is that going to get you free products? No. But it could.
Yeah.
And maybe company beard companies here in the chat can kind of expand upon that and let us know. But I wouldn't bank on getting free products just from talking in a company's Instagram feed. Is it pricey to get all these products to review them? Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're paying for it, yeah, it can get real pricey.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, because you started with buying a bunch of beard products, right, Dan?
Yeah, I started with, and I even said it in my first introduction video. So it's not something that I'm going back on and being like, oh, in my very first introduction video, the first video on my channel, I said I had 60 beard products, I had 50 oils, and then like 10 balms and stuff. So I bought all of those things beforehand, and that was important to me. But I love beard products.
Yeah. Yeah, I started buying with stuff too. I mean, I'm trying to think how to maybe save money. Um, wait for sales, maybe find people that have. So here's a cool thing, and I kind of scrapped the idea, but I think a cool thing would be some kind of thing where you can swap products with people. Of course, there'd have to be kind of some disclaimer as far as like contamination and stuff, but I think you could find somebody that has something, a certain product, and you have a different product they want, and you guys can just swap. So for the $52 shipping, you can have a different product to review. So in theory, you could buy one bottle of beard oil and have 50 bottles of beard oil to review. Granted, you can find 50 people to trade over the next however long that takes. So that could be a thing, is you just trade people for things that, you know, they have something you want, you have something they want. Let's say you got a bottle of Holy Grail, they got a bottle of Beard Brand's Old Money, and you guys, you know, they're about around, well, not equally priced, one's cheaper a little bit, but you could swap those oils. And now we don't have to pay $25, $30, $40, whatever it is for those. Boom,
This
there you
was
go, Holy Grail.
Yeah, this was Scuba's Holy Grail.
I just got the Holy Grail butter.
Mine's should be here tomorrow, I think.
Dude. Woo! I'm about to make a but yeah, let's see. So yeah, swap and stuff could be a thing. It's just kind of getting in touch with people might be a little hassly, trying to find people. But yeah, you could literally just find, like, I'm sure, well, I'm trying to think of like areas people could go to swap stuff with people.
There's
Maybe
Facebook groups.
Comments. Facebook groups, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Kylie's review said that she's a girl and she does. Yeah, there you go. I give a female perspective on beard products and use my boyfriend's beard for testing. That's ingenious. That's a good idea. Seriously. I don't know if I've ever seen her channel before, but that's a really good idea. Let me see. How do I find Kylie's? Let's go check out her channel right now.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
$20, Kylie. Kylie's reviews, beard.
And that was obviously a big move with my channel. I talked about it in my video. I was really the first person to bring in my wife or girlfriend or anything else to on every review to give that female perspective, and people really value that.
Boom. I just put a link in the chat, guys. There's Kylie's reviews channel. I think Kylie reached out to me before on like Instagram or something like that. And I don't, to clear, I don't respond to many people on Instagram, but I did check your channel out. That is a really unique perspective. It's really good. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Let's answer a few more and then we'll cut it off here. I'm sure Dan's getting tired. Let's see. The wife test is yeah, Dan did a really good thing when he started. He uses Sam as his wife to be as like the co-star of the channel somewhat. And that I'm sure has helped as far as like that perspective, right? Do you get girls that comment on the videos and say that something like that?
Definitely, Sam. So Whiskey and Hardtack, you know the company, their parent company, who's in here right now, is Sweet Tea and Biscuits. Sam has their own affiliate with Sweet Tea and Biscuits, and Holly made a joke this last month and said, Sam's catching you. So, yeah.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. I'm going through the comments here. Speaking of like being on dead air, and I'm sitting here doing dead air. Yeah, Facebook trade groups. Yeah, that's a great way to do the trading thing if you can find them. I don't know what they are. I don't really do Facebook. Let's see.
Leo asked me the value of Instagram to YouTube. To be honest, I don't know. I don't have any analytics. I don't have anything that stands out to me for getting people over there. For me, I'm a family man. That's a big part of my channel. And it's a lot easier for me to show my normal family man life on Instagram. So that kind of adds value in a roundabout way. Nothing that you can measure, nothing that you can say, hey, it brought me this much money. But people know that when I talk about it, it's not just fake, because day in and day out, I'm showing how I'm a father and a husband and all that stuff. Yeah.
I think we both use the Instagram more for the personal, just our daily stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's valuable.
Biggest part of doing any content creation is to have fun. Yeah, definitely. We kind of went over this at the beginning. If you're forcing yourself to make these videos, how long are you really going to last before you fizzle out and give it up? Even if you're getting a lot of views, if I stopped having fun talking about beards and like making videos, you could probably tell in my videos how under enthused I was from doing it. You know, you can fake it for so long, but you're eventually not going to be able to fake stuff like that.
Yeah, I have to slow myself down. Like, Dan, that's too much of you. Like, cool your jets. I have an obsessive personality, and there's no better way to put it than into YouTube.
Yep. But yeah, so let's throw the gauntlet down once again, and then we're going to end here. So guys, any video you make between now, and I think I have already got a DM already from somebody who made a video. Maybe let's see if it's a video. Official bearded beta sent me a half-baked bearded beta. And I think that's all I have so far, but that's, I don't know if they've made a video in the 20 minutes we've been talking, or 50, 45. I don't know how long.
And new videos.
Yeah. So any video from 10:03 p.m. today, or, today till next Thursday, send us a link to our YouTubes or our Instagrams. Dan's is, what is yours? Dan C. Bearded? Just Dan C. Bearded?
Yep.
Okay. So let me type these out. So Dan C. Bearded. And then mine is Ladies Man 69. So those are our, I guess, I don't know why it highlighted. Oh, because it says BeardTube. So Dan C. Bearded, official BeardTube, send us your links to any videos you make in the next 7 days. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to review them. I would say maybe 6 days, because we're not going to be able to review videos right before we're streaming this time next week. But yeah, so send us those links. We will watch your videos. Dan might respond to you. I don't know. I'm probably not going to respond to you, but I will watch your videos. Sorry for being so callous, but that's just how it is. Okay.
Yeah. Give us something unique, whether it's in the beard world, be different, be something else. Or I'm genuinely excited for other types of channels, because I find that stuff fascinating. I get excited when I heard some of those ideas.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you send us beard videos, we're going to judge it against, and we're the best, sorry. I'm okay. We're the best, whatever. Just kidding, guys. Send anything, any video you want. Emphasis on not beards, but 100%. It could be all 4 beard videos. We don't know.
Right.
Whoever's got good content is doing well. Don't look at the damn screen. Look at your lens. Look like this. Look at your lens. Don't look at Hey guys, I'm going to make 2 cans of ravioli and I'm going to eat it in 4 minutes. So stay tuned for a really exciting video. Don't do that. Look at your lens. Number one, if you ain't looking at your lens, I'm probably not even going to watch your video. Look at your lens, or your POV style, and you're filming something else. Film something you're proud of. Film your kids jumping around on a trampoline doing backflips, whatever it is. Film it, put it on YouTube, send it to us. We're going to pick some of you guys, promo you on the channel. We will reach out to you beforehand, and we will let you know, hey, look, can we put you on our channel? We want to get a typed out confirmation from you that is okay, in fact, to put you on my channel, and we will make that happen. Dan, any other thoughts?
No, I'm going to make a note right now, just so I can like write them down as they stick out, and me and Scuba will be talking this whole time. We normally do anyway, and we'll be like, hey man, did you check this dude's video out? And what do you think here? Let me send you this link or whatever it is. I'm excited, man. Go create something. Our whole purpose of all this isn't just like the challenge and we're going to give you exposure. It's to make something. We want people to get out there and create. And we've been talking about this for a while, and the different ways that we're trying to get people. I do this with my students. I'm doing this with you guys. We're excited. We think that this is a really cool thing to get into, and it can help your life. It can help ours. We'll be entertained. So yeah, make something happen.
I just had a thought. We're like Jehovah's Witnesses that found the light, and we're trying to like spread it.
Yeah, right.
You guys, it's great over on this side.
Right. Even if you're just watching the stream for entertainment, that's cool too. You don't got to drink the Kool-Aid.
I love it. But yeah, guys, definitely hit us up. Let us know on Instagram. And I think that's the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's see who we're going to highlight as the last comment. Boom. There we go. Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm assuming they don't have a YouTube channel. I doubt it. You know, it doesn't sound like it. It don't sound like a YouTube channel. But yeah, check those guys out. And then guys, have a great night. As always, Dan, any last words?
No, thank you guys.
All right, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay bearded. Bye.
In broadcast. Yes. And